my gosh! I was...
Llegó el mes.
Well, I already started late, so why beat around the bush? Let me just make a little adjustment. And... how to do, guys? How to do? Happy Sunday. Happy... what is it today, July 19th? Yeah, nothing special going on. As per usual. No, wait, okay, actually, I think the World Cup final is today, but if I'm being perfectly honest, I legitimately don't care. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Even though it seems like everybody around me, as far as the real world is concerned with the World Cup, I'm not even kidding, guys. Every time Mexico played a World Cup match, they let me off of work. They let everyone off of work at my place a half hour early for whatever reason, which I'm not complaining, but at the same time, frankly, I could not care less about the World Cup, and I hardly ever did. So that's that. Oh my gosh, guys. I will say this, though. On one hand, it's really hot, as per freaking usual in the summer, and I do have the AC on, but on the other, I am feeling a little sneezy. Like, I could let out a sneeze at any given second, guys. It's like I'm this constant purgatory of comfort and discomfort. I don't know how I feel about it, but anyways, guys. How to do? Happy Sunday. I know I said that already, but I felt like saying it again. I don't know why I'm using the stereotypical Southerner accent, but here we are, guys. Alright, so with that being said, okay, first things first, get a little closer to the mic so I don't overlap with the music. You know, let me lower the volume a little bit, just because I'm rating these audio levels, and for some reason the music is just as loud as me, and I do not want that. As heck, nobody does. Alright, guys. As far as the plan for today is concerned, to be honest, I really got nothing in mind in terms of what I want to react to on stream, so You know what? I think for once in a blue moon, or even a, if you can even, okay, I don't know, guys. What's the general consensus of how often I look at the media tab, let alone actually watch what people post on that tab for the stream? But even then, once in a blue moon, let's look at the media tab on the Discord server. And for those of you that haven't joined yet and want to, well, remind me to put a link in the description at the end of the stream, because otherwise I will not get a champ. I will not get a chance. Champ. Where did the word champ come from? I guess it's because we were talking about the World Cup earlier. Ugh. Anyways. Let's see what can actually pique my interest here. Oh. Okay, I'm a little conflicted here, guys. On one hand, I've heard surprisingly positive things about Minions and Monsters. But on the other end, I would be down to listen to a review about it. But on the other, I do want to see it for myself eventually. Problem is, I checked the listings at my local theaters and whatnot, guys, and well, y'all already know how picky I am, and apparently there's no subtitled version. If I'm gonna watch it, I'm gonna watch it in Spanish, and I don't think that's gonna do it justice. So, with that being said, wait, what do you mean in the art tab, Nick? What did you do? Okay, let me read this real quick. Out of all the sisters to glaze him like this, would it really be Lola? Maybe. Kinda. I don't know. It feels a little unrealistic. I don't think this is how it would play out, but yeah, I can see it happening. Yeah, that's cute. But with that being said, okay, thank goodness it stays where I left off. But alright, guys, with that being said, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get a chance to watch Minions and Monsters until it drops on streaming platforms and whatnot, so at least not in English, which is what I want to do, because let's be honest, because either I make the flight, I'm not gonna, guys, let me put it this way, I'm not gonna fly all the way to another country just to be able to watch a movie in a different, in a decent language. Or, you know what, let me rephrase that. In a language where the voice acting doesn't make me uncomfortable. Let me put it that way. Hey, this is me, a soccer game, going on a moderator in the game and playing, giving every... Tails, what does that mean? But alright, guys. You know what, let's check this out, because why the heck not? Let's see, I could have sworn I've seen... Okay, I don't know anything about this creator, guys. It's just that I feel like I've seen these thumbnails around, but I don't think I've ever gotten a look at these videos, but that's just me.
They're gonna want a lot of money.
That's bad.
But we won't give it to them.
That's good.
I see an Academy Award in the future.
That's good.
But not for us.
That's bad.
I'm telling you, man, Animaniacs has aged remarkably well. The original, not the Hulu reboot from a couple years back.
I'm gonna be mad. A semi-renowned Illumination hater and occasional Pixar apologist.
I mean, is there a single YouTube critic that actually has a high opinion of Illumination as far as the quality of their films is concerned?
Staring down the new Minions movie, having a tomato rating nearly rivaling that.
That's honestly surprising. Okay, audience score is a different story, but the critic score? The fact that it's 1% off from the most recent Pixar movie, let alone a good Pixar sequel, says a lot. That's all I can really say.
Of Toy Story 5 hasn't even really been true the past couple of years. In fact, I liked Minions 2, Rise of Gru, and
I never watched it, and I don't think I ever want to.
One of the people who was a little too nice to the first Minions movie, of which there is evidence. The old video is still up there. That video is practically a rave.
Wow, 10? Okay, they've been around for a while, and apparently I've hardly ever heard of this channel.
Wow, I used to be rooting for these guys. Secret Life of Pets, broke something in me.
What do I think of Unknown, Erica? Are you asking this because of the title, or because you're genuinely curious? Yeah, probably both. He's fine. Not my favorite legendary, if you can even call it that.
But yeah, over 10 years, that's how you know I'm not AI. Because while I'm known for being hard on Illumination, while many others, I certainly can get exhausted at the overexposure of Minions. I think back in the day, there used to be much more of them on ads, so you couldn't even escape them if you didn't like them.
Yeah, back in the day. Like, guys, those stereotypes of grandmas using Minions and memes that don't make any sense, yeah, I actually lived through that kind of stuff. I'll tell you that much.
But it was never the Minions themselves that I most disliked. It was the writing, across the board. And finally,
I'd say both. The Minions After the first film, after the first Despicable Me movie, I thought they were genuinely insufferable.
Viewing Minions and Monsters,
I just thought they were never funny. Like, they were just... Let me put it this way. They're the embodiment of dangling keys in front of your children, if that makes any sense.
can officially say yes. Not only have the Minions accomplished the rare feat of actually getting better as they go on, to me, they now have a better track record than the original Despicable franchise.
Okay, to be fair, though, it's only been 3 movies in, like, what? The span of 10 years? That's a 1 movie difference, but still.
The past two
That might be putting it a little too generously.
who have been extremely underwhelming, to say the very least. If you remember when I reviewed Despicable 4, I complained a lot about specifically how the Despicable Me girls felt like an obligation that the crew had to contend with, considering they always had to be around, but they could never be involved in the main plot ever. And that was more
Were they not? I guess not.
emblematic
Honestly, guys, I never saw you know, let's call it DM4 for conciseness' sake. I never saw DM4 anyways.
of what it felt like that franchise had become overall.
Like, I legitimately can't remember the last time I saw an Illumination film in theaters. Actually, yes, I do. I saw the first Minions movie in 2015, and even then I thought it sucked.
Considering in the past two, it ended up becoming this miasma of subplots where Gru and the girls and the new supervillain and the Minions all had their own separate subplots, and where Despicable is tied very squarely to this secret agent.
Honestly, at that point, can you even call it Despicable Me? Like, honestly, in terms of title quality, I'd say Despicable Me, word for word, is kind of a 5 out of 10, guys. I don't know. It's not the most inventive title, if you ask me. Is it too quiet? All right, hold on, Erica. Hold on.
Family man, but absolutely dedicated to not building any new lore or story that they'd have to contend with. Minions has way more of an open concept, as they're basically immortal so that they can appear at any point in any time in human history.
Huh.
Yes, I know the joke. Don't ask where the Minions were in 1939.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, guys. That joke got old really fast, if you ask me. Oh, where were the Minions during World War II? Oh, if they serve all the evil people in history, where were they during World War II?
So here they put them in Hollywood during the birth of film, because Illumination has now tapped into a well-known Hollywood hack. Make a bunch of references to classic Hollywood, and the industry, including snobby film critics, will eat that shit up.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster. Like, I'm talking Mario Galaxy movie levels of reference slop, but apparently it paid off. I need to see what this is about. All the more reason I'm watching this video, guys.
That's not even a joke. Hollywood loves to give award to almost anything paying tribute to itself. Am I insinuating that all of these Tinseltown wink winks are the reason that the critics are so nice to this film? No!
Maybe?
You know, except that some critics
Watching the Minions being fed through modern times as industrial cogs or gate-crashing Buster Keaton's steamboat Bill Jr. is okay?
are saying
That's all you gotta say about the film?
in that, and they haven't gotten nominated since Despicable 2. And I'm not saying that I didn't
And even then, I felt like Despicable 2 didn't deserve the nomination, but that's just me.
enjoy playing Find the Deep Cut and the portfolio of stock iconic scenes they put in every History of Film montage. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm done. That was mean and unnecessary, because I
No, it was totally warranted. Keep talking. Preach.
actually did enjoy this. I just also got an itch in my brain on why. Where critics often chastise films for their overuse of references, but it's okay when it's old school stuff that caters to their particular niche.
Yeah, when you cram in hundreds of Easter eggs into a Mario movie, it's a problem, which I would agree. But somehow here it's okay. I don't understand the logic of these critics if that really is the case.
It's also that I am somewhat familiar with the concept of a cartoony trio enacting chaos in a film studio.
Okay, to be fair though, the Minions. Let me put it. Okay, maybe I haven't seen this movie yet, so maybe I'm in no place to talk. But the Minions cannot hold a candle to the Animaniacs, the classic version, mind you.
Accompanied by snark and impeccable.
Makes you wonder why they were never featured in freaking multiverses. But you know what? Who cares? Multiverses shut down like what, 2 years ago?
Music numbers.
Like Mitch makes a pitch and he's gonna get rich. Means someone's got a movie that's sold. Brando's mad, said Scream.
Okay, I'm gonna keep talking over this because otherwise I'm gonna get copyrighted to all heck.
Plays bad. Means someone else was over the road. It's called Fargo 2 with a story.
Oh my gosh, wait, Eric, I'm sorry, Nick. Did I say Eric? Who am I talking to? I also did watch Secret Life of Pets in theaters, but only because my aunt wanted to. Not because I was really getting into it, and I really didn't. I thought it was pretty mid.
That's new.
Like, you know, like most of Illumination's catalog. What else is new?
Means they're gonna shoot it all in LA. The budget got maxed, so someone got faxed Everybody's on the carpet, so the writer got the act.
So sure, maybe I just wasn't quite so impressed. But obviously, homages and
Uh-huh.
call-outs have had their place in even many renowned films.
Okay, to be fair though, there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. When it actually weaves itself into the plot naturally, like in, say, okay, Spider-Verse or Who Framed Roger Rabbit, like, yeah, it actually contributes to the plot and actually doesn't feel like it's overstaying its welcome. Yeah, it works. But with stuff like the Mario Galaxy movie, well, what plot is there to begin with?
It's more that when critics call out
Just saying.
references, the extended implication is their over-reliance and shallow application in lieu of other aspects like storytelling. And obviously, if you're just grab-bagging whatever current hot IP is trending, that just makes you look desperate.
Yep.
I killed the
I completely forgot Space Jam 2 existed until now. I'm not gonna lie, guys.
version of us that were in Space Jam. Help me with the bodies.
Wow! How'd you do it, Rick?
It was easy, Morty. They welcomed death.
But it makes you look
Okay, should I be laughing at that? I'm kind of chuckling a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Play it again.
Help me with the bodies.
Wow! How'd you do
I
it?
did it, Morty. I killed the version of us that were in Space Jam.
Wow! How'd you do it, Rick?
It was easy, Morty.
Uh,
They welcomed death.
but it makes you
They welcome death.
knowledgeable and well-researched, the more obscure it is. And,
Uh-huh.
you know, actually fits in with the story you're telling.
Does
It
it though?
has been many a year since classic Animaniacs. I suppose Gen Alpha needs their own entry point, and they do really like Easter eggs.
Yeah, I'm not really sure Illumination was up to that kind of task, but they went through with it anyways.
It could actually work.
Studios are once unknown stars. Means they couldn't get Robert Duvall. But they're in trouble again doing Mice and Men. With Martin Short and Steven Seagal.
And I will say, where Animaniacs was very cutting about the industry,
Yeah.
this is a pure love letter. All of it is
Huh.
general, wholesome positivity that by the end of the movie really hits. It is actually kind of brilliant to
Wow.
set the Minions, creations that specialize in visual physical comedy, into the environment where
Or they try. I wouldn't exactly call them masters at it. Not even close.
that is most celebrated. As if to say, hey, you hate these guys, but aren't they fundamentally the same as other physical comedy stars, including classic cartoons? The literal initial plot is that the Minions
Hold on, she's kind of spitting. She's kind of spitting. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on.
are actually very successful in the silent era, but much like many a silent film star in history, as well as the plots for movies like Singing in the Rain and The
Uh-huh.
Artist, they fail
Uh-huh.
once the era of sound comes around because of how they talk. And while occasionally I do find the CGI a little too conventionally modern and shiny and
What about
clean
it?
for this setting, they do have the occasional segment of using the Minion gags in the various
I guess the contrast in the art styles, it can be a little distracting, but I don't see how that's a disservice to the film, if I'm being honest.
vague period styles.
But again, what do I know? I haven't seen it myself.
But we also have an actual character focus, as the film follows one particular minion, James, who has always
Okay, guys, I'm gonna be real with you. Even to this day, I cannot name these individual minions with a gun to my head. I don't know who's Stuart. I don't know who's James. I don't know who's Dave. I don't know who's whatever. Who's Jerry? Was there even one named Jerry to begin with? Like, I don't know. They're just way too similar for. I don't need to be true prejudiced or give any sort of implication, but yeah, I cannot tell these minions apart for the life of me. They all look the same.
been a little bit
Like obviously they have different heights, different hair, different set of eyes or whatever, but gosh, man. It's crazy how forgettable they are as individuals.
different and becomes infatuated with films. But that
Okay.
passion really becomes what carries the film's emotional arc. As well as, I'm surprised as you, his friendship with another minion, Henry, is genuinely endearing. And the completion of this
So I guess we're just focusing on completely different minions from the first one. I don't even know who was focused on the second one, come to think of it.
particular minion trio in Ed, who uses Minionese sign language. Golf clap elimination.
Okay, that's actually Okay, hold on. Say that again.
Ed, who uses Minionese sign language.
Okay. I never thought I'd say this, but that's actually really good writing. You know what? Okay. I rarely say this, but well done, Illumination. Well done. That's actually really cute.
Golf clap elimination. Then when the Minions lose their silent era fame, James is determined to make his own film, and so following the trajectory of Hollywood history, they next try to tap into the next big thing, monster movies. That actually brings me to what I am probably most baffled by in the film.
What?
This is Minions and Monsters.
Uh-huh.
Illumination is owned by Universal, so why are the Minions not working with the Universal Monster lineup.
That's a good question. I guess it would have been too on the nose. They couldn't get the rights to it. Maybe there's an issue with the intellectual property rights. I don't know, man.
Literally, the
Let me put it. You know what? Maybe you know what? Working theory. Maybe remember the last time Universal tried to push in a cinematic universe about about their monster properties, and they started with The Mummy. That film bombed. The film was terrible. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Like I said, working theory.
stars of early Hollywood. I genuinely do not know why. Maybe Hotel Transylvania they still felt too played out. But
I
instead,
guess.
they offer for the more recently trendy Lovecraftian breed as they summon a plush version of Cthulhu to be in the movie. I'm
Okay.
sure somewhere there's some Lovecraftian fanboy who's really mad about this. And as much as it would have been exceptionally
I'll be honest. I can't think of a single living person who unironically refers to themselves as a Lovecraftian fan, Lovecraft fan, whatever you want to call them.
experimental to go the full silent era distance and have the minions completely carry their own film with no English accompaniment. I laugh because adults could barely handle the first half of WALL-E when it came out. In fact, they had literally
Okay, to be fair though, WALL-E actually, never mind the fact that it's Pixar, WALL-E alone actually got a lot more across through body language rather than just pretentiously unfunny slapstick like the Minions. Like, there is a really fine line.
literally sent out a warning of a 15-minute segment of just Minionese, and ultimately had to cover up some of the scenes with a narrator, the cowards. So ultimately, each Minion film is also determined by their English-speaking co-stars. Their director friend, played by Christoph Waltz, is a very sincere and heartfelt character that balances out the Minions' craziness. The two executive twins, played by Jeff Bridges, have some decent lines. And of course, Goomy Cthulhu is an adorable and
Goomy Cthulhu? Is that actually what he's called, or what?
delicious foil. He is easily my pick for the best Illumination villain by a wide margin.
Oh, he's
But
the
then in
villain.
Second half B plot,
I mean, it's not that surprising, but I'm still a little surprised.
we get a robot named Dort, as a goofier version of Gort from The Day the Earth Stood Still. And while I don't particularly care for him, he might actually have the deepest cut of the film, at least from what I remember on a single watch. Because I did wonder, like, why he was given a romance plot, and then I was reminded what the poster looked like.
Okay. The moment I heard the word romance, I was genuinely dumbfounded, but okay, that checks out. Kind of. Maybe. I don't know, guys. I know little to nothing about The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Which is also kind of doubly funny because this was such a trend for sci-fi and monster films to feature a poster where
With a damsel in
the
distress.
robot monster would be holding a damsel in distress, but it became such a trend that it just became the default regardless of whether it actually happened.
More like a cliche at this point.
Especially the poster for Forbidden Planet. Robbie the Robot was a good boy.
Who?
Also the joke of not knowing whether Dort was just a guy in a suit, because, okay, the poster makes it look really badass, but on par for the time, the reason the posters have all this cool artwork is because the actual effects looked, a little different. But that's...
I mean, what decade was this? Okay, you know what? It's in black and white. That tells you everything you need to know about the budgeting and, well, how much faith studios had in films nowadays, let alone the idea of a film altogether.
kind of what I meant by over-relying on reference, where Hollywood as a setting has a lot to play with there, including progressing story. But what you have here is an entire subplot that is essentially just in service of one very obscure reference.
Yeah, hardly even a reference, more like a trope, or more so a cliche, but hey, what do I know?
As well as establishing a Deus Ex for the finale. Like, even in Animaniacs, I didn't care for the Goodfeathers, where literally the entire joke was that they were just the Goodfellas, but they were pigeons.
Yeah,
A movie obviously
simple enough.
a child had never seen. So yeah, I agree, Minions and Monsters is likely the best out of the franchise, but that's
By default? I'm not sure what to make of it so far.
also coming from a film geek who wasn't the biggest fan of the franchise to begin with, which seems to be
Yeah, apparently there's a... Guys, this scene in particular, it got officially published by Illumination/Universal. And I'm not even kidding. The first time we've ever heard the word bastard in a film strictly aimed at kids is in a freaking Minion sequel. Seriously, look it up. True story.
the trend. And in the end, it is still a Minions movie, complete with a plot that is given away in the trailer. Admittedly polished,
Yeah.
and I can say that
They bring monsters to life to make movies, blah, blah, blah. It goes haywire. I'm guessing it goes about how you would expect.
the charm is in the details. But
Okay.
it wouldn't exactly light the beacons for everyone who isn't already a fan of the franchise to come running.
You can hardly call me that if I'm being honest.
But in classic irony, the Minions may have been the highest critic scores, but it also had the lowest box office opening.
Yeah.
Reflective that while Minions had a very impressive critic score, it did have a slightly lower audience score.
Something tells me people were just sold on the premise as to why the it's not that successful at the box office, but I'm honestly not sure what conjecture to make other than that.
Yeah, I know, Minions liked more by critics and audiences. Cold Day in Hell, I wish.
Oh my gosh, Little Meese, it actually got censored in Scotland. I mean, I'm not surprised. I really, you know what? Deadass, I kind of want to watch the Spanish dubbing just to see how they deal with it, but I could be wrong.
At least according to Dan.
I mean, I don't know. If you ask me, guys, it seems like Latin America is a lot more flexible when it comes to swearing than the Americans. And if the Americans got away with saying that word, what does it say about the Latin American ones?
Merle, who does box office coverage, he said that his nephew found the first half of the film kind of boring. And that's the one with all of the references, which again are movies mainstream audiences and especially children have never seen.
Okay.
That's honestly more of a signifier of the movie's later box office performance and reputation, not necessarily opening weekend.
Yeah,
Now, to me,
neither one or the other. Like, I don't know. The idea of a kid getting bored, I don't see how that would affect box office, realistically speaking.
I thought this was just a possible case of mild franchise fatigue tied with the phenomenon that the box office of the current film is reflective of how audiences felt about the prior installment. Because
Okay.
obviously Shrek 3 was not the best of the franchise, because I did not care at all for Despicable Me 4.
Not even 3, which is really saying something, because, well, no, I didn't necessarily grow up with 1 and 2, but you know what? My dad does love quoting it every now and again, and so do I. They're definitely memorable, but especially freaking Lucy Wilde, because my dad freaking loves quoting, "That pollo is loco." He just loves quoting Lucy Wilde and freaking Gru.
But apparently I'm out of step, because most people apparently liked it better than 3, but not necessarily by a
Not by much.
lot,
Yeah,
but it's
exactly.
still
Took the words right out of my mouth.
not a good track record for the series. But I honestly think the bigger factor was just going head to head with Toy Story, and film tickets being what they are, families may just not have the money to go to the movies twice a month. But it also might
Yeah.
specifically be the Minions.
Especially in the United States, where inflation is all kinds of crazy. Seriously, guys, genuine question. Those of you that live in the United States, how much does one ticket cost to a basic seating at an American movie theater? Genuine question.
Themselves, as the first Minions movie generally did not go
I can more or less deduce how much that is in pesos, by the way, just so you guys know.
over well, and Minions 2 was largely carried by the existence of Baby Gru. So this is the first
Minions will drop F-bombs in 2045, I'm calling it. 19 years. You know what? I'm holding you to it, Erica. I'm kidding.
film carried solely by the Minions, since the last time where people didn't like it as much. So apparently audiences do really like the Despicable Me family more than the Minions, which admittedly surprises me a little.
Yeah, honestly, up until this point, like, wasn't the first Minions movie more successful than the other 3 DM movies at the time? Actually 2, but still. I'm pretty sure the first Minions movie is one of the highest grossing animated films of all time, but you know what? We'll look into it once we're done here.
It's possible that positive word of mouth may carry it. The second weekend was going to be
$15? Oh my gosh, Tails. And here it's 80 pesos, which with the current exchange rate, that's about $5, which is, yeah, when you think about it, that's kind of ridiculous.
impacted by a Disney remake premiere.
Like, yeah, on one hand, I shouldn't be too pleased that the dollar, that, the Mexican peso is definitely losing more and more value because, freaking tariffs, our president is an idiot, you know what, stuff like that. On one hand, I shouldn't be complaining that stuff is cheaper, but at the same time, think about, I don't want to get into a whole political, tangent, but it's usually not a good sign as time will go on.
Though in that case,
Hold on. Play that again. Let me hear that again.
that positive word of mouth may carry it. The second weekend was going to be impacted by a Disney remake premiere. Though in that case,
It didn't really pay off. I shit you not, my kid was playing with a Moana toy today, and I asked my wife if she was taking them to see Moana, and she said they didn't like the look of it. I want to say it's just because of The Rock, casting The Rock as Maui, and not really anything else. I could be wrong, though. I really don't know for sure.
Like, I'm not even
Deserved. Take that L. Rip Bozo. Get bent. Hopefully Disney will learn, but we know damn well that they
To
won't.
defeat Disney remakes, I will tell everyone to stand outside the theater and tell them to watch this instead. Like, obviously,
It's crazy how in 2026 of all years, we are unironically telling people to watch the Illumination film over the Disney film. Did hell freeze over? What? I have no idea what's going on, but you know what? I'm kind of down for it.
it's gonna be fine. Like, it's a
Talk about subversion.
noticeable dip, but it's not a death in the franchise dip. And if I'm right, the good feedback of this film is going
I'm pretty sure they're not Little Meese. I guess they just treat each other as sisters. Like, we really don't know the origin story, and well, it's Illumination. They never bother being that nuanced or being detailed when it comes to character backstory or any semblance of real emotion. Except for maybe the first one.
to feed into the next one. And as usual, Minions money is usually in merch. The popcorn bucket is a zoetrope. I actually kind of want that.
I actually don't hate that, if I'm being honest.
And wait, last minute theory dropped, and I take back everything I said. The Minions are officially cool now, as they have just been added to the hallowed list of childhood icons accused of promoting Satanism.
What? I'm sorry, what? The satanic panic around the new Minions and... Wait, what? Are we sure these kinds of headlines are worth taking seriously? I'll be honest, guys. When it comes to religious zealotry or bigotry and whatnot, most of the time, it feels like people are just escalating these kinds of situations just for publicity. Not because it's actually a threat to popular culture and whatnot.
10 out of 10, best of the year, at least until Forgotten Island comes out.
Honestly, I have little to no hope for Forgotten Island, which is really saying something, because it's the same director of Puss in Boots and The Last Wish.
The popcorn flicks no
Like a few weeks ago, guys, I kid you not, I wish I had bookmarked the headline, but a couple weeks ago, the director was straight up yapping about, oh, representation matters. We made them Filipina because representation matters, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? Right then and there, you already lost me. Actually, I think I have it bookmarked on my Twitter. Hold on. Give me a moment, guys. Let me just... Careful with it, because I don't want to dox myself. Remember the Pokemon scare? What do you mean, Tails? Literally having a movie about one of their birth parents as the villains would open up so many emotional possibilities. Maybe Edith, since maybe... And you know what, Little Meese, you're kind of cooking, but let's be real. If literally every film of Illumination is any indication, they don't care about adding layers or depth to their characters or having any semblance of real nuance. Like, they are the definition of big budget kids entertainment. Let me put it that way. You know, I think I got the headline right here, but hold on, guys, give me a moment. Here it is. Forgotten Island director Joel Crawford says the film honors women in their lives and Filipino folklore. So many times, young girls in movies and TV are portrayed as always talking about boys or their princesses. When was this headline written? 1986? Like, how out of touch do you gotta be to still have this perception of young girls and women? Like, you can tell, sometimes you can just tell when Hollywood directors are so out of touch with the general audience and they're just pandering to whoever they're told to be pandered to. I want my daughters to see themselves up on the screen, whether it's in terms of culture, in terms of ethnicity, but also how they are as people. Welcome to the 70s, I guess, or the 80s, whatever I am so sick of this outdated sense of thinking, and really, it tells me everything. It almost tells me everything I need to know about Forgotten Island, because otherwise, hey, I would have appreciated the world building, the premise, and everything, but then he decided to make it about his ego. But with that being said, though, guys, okay, there was something else I wanted to do, but I kind of already forgot because I got a little sidetracked. Hello, Luthier. Welcome to the stream. We're not in the 90s anymore. Satanists now are just as... Yeah, pretty much Catholic metalhead. Opinions on how Stella's handle and Ugh. Okay, I gotta learn to slow down when I'm yapping. Opinions on how Stella's handled in TLH. Luthier, I've said this once, I'll say it again. She deserved better. She deserved better as a character. I watched the first trailer of this movie, and most people in the comments only really cared about there being Filipina representation. Yeah, forget the character dynamic, forget their semblance of personality, although to be honest, judging from the trailers alone, they're really coming off as your run-of-the-mill, and I hate using these words unironically, quirky chunguses. I say that without a semblance of irony. Like, wow, Luz Noceda, Mabel Pines, freaking Louise Belcher, pretty much every quirky girl of the last decade. It feels like it's them all over again, except that they're college students. Or something like that. Apparently that's how the premise goes. If I ever made a movie, I would parody this way of thinking and say it's the first movie in color and how it pushes movies and art forward. More or less, Little Me's. Like, this kind of thinking is, one, it's an unbearable Hollywood cliche, and two, it's an outdated mentality. But alright. You remember paying $12 for a ticket last year? Okay, guys, the last time I was at a movie theater in the United States was to watch Inside Out 2. And that was in 2024, wasn't it? I don't remember exactly how much I paid, but I remember paying more than $10, which is honestly ridiculous. No snacks, no nothing, just a ticket, just one adult seat. That's it. Then there's a furry dog boy for some reason. Yeah, the world build. You know, let's watch the, you know what, speaking of, oh, right. You know what? I have not seen that I have hardly seen that trailer for freaking Shrek 5 that somebody posted in the media tab a while back, but I think I can find it with just a YouTube search. So give me a moment, guys. Because honestly, guys, as crazy as it sounds, I'm really indifferent towards Shrek 5, which is really saying something because I really enjoyed the first two. Third one, well, you already know how I feel about it. The middiest of mids. As for the fourth, it's a little better. But let's see what this is about, just out of curiosity.
Once upon a time, a hideous ogre and a delusional donkey embarked on a journey to the magical city of further away.
Oh my god, it's happening. It's really.
This is how we're doing it? Okay, am I crazy, guys, or is it just a little on the nose when it comes, like, that's the thing about Shrek. It's always been a satire of fairy tales and whatnot, but nowadays after 5 movies, it feels like the parody is just too on the nose, if you ask me. And that's judging it just based off of 15 seconds, and I feel like that's a fair judgment.
Really happening? Do you know what that means? I need a makeover. Get my arms yoked and my back jacked. My ass.
I'll be honest, man. When's the last time Eddie Murphy had a significant role in had a big name role in Hollywood?
Added. Maybe even tighten up my badonkadonk.
No, definitely not.
So what you're saying is Shrek and Donkey.
I'm not gonna lie, this art style is so freaking. Oh my gosh, are those his kids? Are those his sons? Nah.
Off on another. No.
Hold on, I need a close up. Hold on.
Two stalwart friends.
That's not what this is.
On a whirlwind. Donkey. Big city.
Okay, I get it. He's. What the heck did I just pause on? This is how we're doing it? This is how? 17 years. This film is dropping in 2027. 15-ish years to write a script. And this is the best you could come up with for your comedy? For your promotional material? Yeah, there's a fine line between decent social commentary and then whatever in God's name this is. I'll watch what I can, guys, but I'm not making... I'll watch the next 50 seconds or so, but I'm not making any promises that I'll stick to the end. Wait, where are they now?
Data snowman.
Speed up, Shrek.
You really can't help yourself, can you?
Hell to the no, I can't. Shrek.
Do I what? Okay, yeah, okay. I've seen worse when it comes to gratuitous swearing. Even for a film like Shrek, has definitely had a handful of it, especially in the first movie.
And Donkey, two stalwart friends off on another whirlwind big city adventure. Oh, this is bad.
Okay.
Baby, come back. Any kind of food.
Oh gosh, his sons. I like them better as babies, but you know what? That goes for most characters. That goes for most people. Well,
There was something in everything about you. Roxy!
okay, I'm gonna pause there because copyright and whatnot. But I had low hopes for this film, guys. But just from this trailer alone, they're even lower now. I could be completely surprised by the time this film drops next year, which is saying something because this film got delayed by a year after the first trailer. I don't know. The working theory from what I've seen on Twitter, guys, is apparently that people were able to guess pretty much the plot bit by bit just from seeing that first promotional trailer of looking at the magic mirror. But his kids look like Bro, little me's. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. Something about this art style as a whole is really throwing me off. Hold on. Like, I get it, Shrek is older and a lot wrinklier, but I guess there was a certain style in how rigid the animation was originally. Although, I guess that was just owed to budgetary constraints at the time, like back in 2010, 2007, or whatever years these movies dropped. But I don't know. Something about it just feels a little off. Is it just me? Like, I'm not exactly sure how to explain it. Hey now, gingers have souls too, you know? Tails, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I just said they look ugly. I didn't say they were soulless. Although I guess calling you a groomer would be comparable to that. The broccoli haircut? Yeah. Hold on, give me a good shot of them. Yeah, they just look... They are the most Zoomer characters to ever Zoomer, if that makes any sense. And that's really saying something because they're literal ogres. So yeah, Sora, come to think of it, this film did get teased at the end of Puss in Boots 2, and that's one of the best. That's one of my favorite animated films of all time. So, is Puss in Boots gonna make an appearance? Because hasn't been in any of the promos so far. Are we gonna see Kitty Softpaws again? Are we gonna see Perrito again? It wasn't just Puss alone the last time we saw him. So, what was it alluding towards? Is nothing gonna come out of that foreshadowing? I have so many questions that might have very terrible answers. I might be executed for saying this, but I actually don't hate the new designs. For the most part, it's more or less a personal gripe, Nick. I still don't like them, but hey, I'm not gonna say, oh my gosh, this totally ruins the movie. Please. Okay. Whoever wrote this, whoever got paid to animate this, please never work in film again. Please. Okay, I get it. You had a paycheck and your executives made you do this, but Why are they dressed like stereotypical? I hate this shot. Get it out of my face. Ugh. Okay, we're done with that, I think. Are we? Yeah. That's all I can really say in that regard. Olaf's long lost uncle, Olaf's creepy brother, the grooming snowman. Okay, y'all need to chill in the comments. Oh gosh. If nothing else, guys, I'm glad I have people that I can laugh at this trailer with. Not laugh with it, laugh at it. Laugh at it. Is all I can say. The script does not need that. The script does not need this whatsoever. I don't know what's... Like, it feels like just another classic case of Hollywood writers just being out of touch with living like a normal person. If nothing else. He's constantly confusing the FG henchman. Everyone give it up for America. Can we get a palate cleanser? What did you... I'll try, Erica. Let's see. Let's see what's on the media tab. Huh. You know what, Tails? I can kind of get behind this, but let's see what else there is. On one hand, I do want to take a look at this, but here's where I stand on Bonnie, guys. I hated her in the 4th movie, but in the 5th movie, she was mostly fine. She was mostly fine. That's all I can really say. So I don't know if there's anything I would disagree with as far as this video is concerned, but you know what? We need a palate cleanser after whatever the heck this was. So, and I don't know why I have this open. Tails, what is this? Is this another sticker from your little catalog that you mentioned yesterday? What is this? What is this, man? But alright, I don't need this open twice. Let's see. The Puss in Boots sequel should not be this good. I don't know why I said that in a Spanish accent. I hardly even have one, come to think of it. Yo, Sora. Bro, that whistle is downright iconic at this point. I know it's only been 4 years since the film dropped, but golly, man. But alright, let's see. Alright, 20 minutes long. I think we could sit through it. How long have I been live for? Come to think of it. 47 minutes. I think we could sit through this. Let's see.
Panic attacks. Existential crisis. Reflecting upon poor life choices.
Okay. I know I've kind of made a fuss about realistic panic attack depictions being in kind of a cliche of modern animation. But guys, this is the only film that did it right. This is the only modern film that actually did it right. I'll tell you that much.
Along with the fear of death and our futile attempts of
Well, it depends, Tails. Is it intentionally inappropriate?
It's inevitable.
Like, just put a spoiler filter or something like that, just to make sure I don't actually click something that might get me TOS on YouTube.
Counter. Yeah, exactly the kind of things your average 9-year-old will relate to. Who would have thought?
Like, that's the thing, though. The best kids films, guys, are the ones that are really live up to the term E for everyone, if that makes any sense. If both adults and kids can enjoy it, then yeah, you got it. You got it. You did good.
The sequel to a spin-off film to a seemingly dead franchise would actually be...
I don't know, Pixel. I guess it just couldn't get the same animators. Like, it seems like that's what they're trying with Forgotten Island, especially because it's the same director. But other than that, I think Forgotten Island has a lot more problems going for it, at least judging from the trailers. When does the film drop, come to think of it? I might watch it out of curiosity, but I don't really have my hopes up.
Good. No, scratch that. Would actually be very good. A sequel, I'll have you know.
Who is your favorite fearless hero? Who is your favorite? Okay, I'll stop. Sorry. It's surprisingly, with how few songs, even with how few songs there is in this movie, they're all really good. Although there's only just 2 of them. I'm mostly talking about the OST. The instrumental soundtrack.
Which came out way back in 2011. And don't get me wrong, Puss in Boots 2011, it was fine. It didn't blow me away.
Passable.
But it certainly wasn't any Shrek 3.
If there's one thing I really disliked, it was the villain. Like, I don't know, Humpty Dumpty. I'm not sure what to make of him. You know what? Okay, let me go on a bit of a tangent. Humpty Dumpty as a villain, I feel like his motivation is a little scuffed. Like, okay, he and Puss grew up in the orphanage as basically brothers. Puss got famous after instinctively saving someone's life to where Humpty felt isolated, so he tricked him into robbing a bank for him, and as a result, Puss is a fugitive and he hates him. Good reason. And then throughout the whole film, Humpty's talking all about, I want to change the past, I want to make amends. And then it turns out the whole time he just wanted revenge. Like, he just keeps flip-flopping between actually caring for his brother, quote-unquote, and just being a dick. I don't know, man. Humpty was just way too inconsistent of a villain to be compelling.
3 levels of disaster.
Well, somebody better be dying. I'm dying.
Arian, I'd rather you... You know what, give me... I need to think about it before I... You know what, Arian, never mind, just don't. If I have to think about it this hard, maybe it's best you just don't put it.
Plus, Puss in Boots in 2011 had an even higher budget than its sequel. Yet Puss in Boots: The Last Wish...
Wait, say that again?
Plus, Puss in Boots in 2011 had an even higher budget...
What?! Even with all the fluidity of the animation and whatnot, they still invested 40 million extra dollars into the first film? Wow. Okay, you know what? Very telling. You know what? I don't know who was budgeting the sequel, but goddamn, give them a raise. Holy crap. How are you 40 million cheaper than the first film and somehow better in almost every way? And I'm not just talking about the animation. Holy crap.
than its sequel. Yet Puss in Boots: The Last Wish feels superior in practically every single way.
Exactly.
From
Louder. Louder for the people in the back.
The animation, right through to the writing.
Yeah?
Like, who on that team said, okay, we've been given the task to make a Puss in Boots sequel.
Yeah, it's Puss in Boots 2. You didn't even need to try, but here we are.
To a film which came out a decade ago.
And nobody was asking a sequel for, let alone Shrek. Don't even get me started on Shrek 4.
Long past its prime. And you know what?
You know, it's a little misleading that the kids are in the freaking promotional material, even though they're only there for like the first 5 minutes of the movie.
We're actually gonna try. To the point
Yeah.
that I'm sat there in the cinema, ranging from emotions of sheer awe, genuine laughter, and actually getting to the point of welling up in tears to the Puss in Boots sequel film.
Yeah. Okay, I need to talk a little more over it because, yeah, I'm pretty sure Favorite Fearless Hero is copyrighted. So, yeah, just keep yapping. Keep yapping. It's all I gotta do.
Oh, this. Yeah, it's a pretty awesome shirt, isn't it? And that was sent to me today by the sponsor of this video, True Classic.
Okay, I'm skipping this. I skip. Sorry, man. It's your sponsor, not mine.
Really taken some inspiration from Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
But at the same time...
Not more so... Yeah, you could say inspiration. I mean, it's not like any other animation studio, even at the time, was thinking to themselves, hey, let's have a couple shots where the frame rate is a little reduced. It adds a bit of style. Like, it seems like such a simple prospect, but at the same time, Spider-Verse is more or less the one that started the trend.
It was the Puss in Boots sequel. Then
Yeah.
I started getting messages and seeing comments from you guys about how this film was actually good and that I should consider doing a review on it. Still wasn't that interested. All other animated films this year had seemed so painfully average.
Yeah.
Why was this?
Like, never mind whatever the heck Strange World was about. I think that's the point where people realized, yeah, 3D Disney, we're definitely feeling the Disney burnout at the time. Never mind the fact that Strange World was a pretty mediocre movie from what people have told me.
The Puss in Boots sequel gonna be much different. Then I saw Universal Pictures had released an extended preview of the film's opening 10 minutes.
Yeah?
So I thought,
Wait, the whole 10 minutes? Was this before the film dropped, or?
check it out.
Wait, how old is this review? Come to think of it. Okay, 2023, about a year after the film dropped originally.
It did look impressive.
Yeah?
The animation was looking surprisingly sharp, with
Yeah?
a much more stylized aesthetic to it. There was some awesome angles and camera movements.
Hell yeah. Especially during that first fight with the giant. It's crazy.
It was looking actually funny.
He stepped on my face, and we will never wash it again. It's not really the line, because hey, being a masochist who submits himself to their hero, yeah, what else is new? But it's really the line delivery that really carries the scene, especially with that accent. And we will never wash it again.
With fast-paced jokes and a lot of visual gags going on.
Yeah.
Okay, this was looking like a surprising step up in quality.
Very promising.
So on that alone, I thought,
like, if you watched the first 10 minutes alone, you would be hooked. That's what happened with me.
sod it. I'll go see it. just so I could appreciate this animation on a full cinematic scale. I even managed to convince a friend to come along with me. I was like, yeah, I know this is the person.
Okay, is this film still available on Netflix, guys? Because I kind of want to watch it for a movie night on Discord. Obviously, we still got priorities with Naughty or Nice, but still.
Boot sequel, but people have been telling me it's really good, and the animation does look really nice.
Yeah.
So please come along, so I don't feel like a Jimmy Savile sat in the cinema. And surprise.
Okay, it's not just me who feels weird going to the movie theater alone every now and again.
Surprisingly, they agreed, and by the end of the film, we both looked at each other and were like, that had no right to be as good as it just was. So first off, let's talk about the animation, because it is visually.
Disney needs to take some notes from DreamWorks and even Sony. Sony was the same. Okay, to be fair, Sony, they really struck gold with Spider-Verse, but let's not pretend any of their other films were actually peak or anything along those lines.
Gorgeous.
Because yeah, they made the Emoji Movie. They made 3 open season movies, and they were all pretty boring. Except maybe the first one, but that's mostly just a matter. That's mostly subjective, if you ask me.
I am loving the much more stylized approach, with the increased use of saturated colors to give it less of a realistic look,
Yeah.
and more of a cartoony one.
Yeah, it definitely, like, that's one thing that I definitely appreciate about this film, especially considering the fact that it's literally a Shrek spin-off. While Shrek was definitely more so approaching fairy tales from a satirical angle, these films, especially this one in particular, decides to be a little more earnest about it, especially considering the opening narration from Puss, where he's like saying, this film is a fairy tale, or something along those lines. I forgot how it went, word for word.
So much so that after seeing The Last Wish, I looked back at Puss when he first appeared in Shrek 2, and with the more realistic design, he now just looks off to me.
Yeah, very distracting when you look back at it.
Like, I prefer this new look.
Yeah, it's not even close. I prefer the newer one.
And I really hope they keep this style should the franchise pick up again. But it's not just...
What's he gonna look like, though, if he comes back in Shrek 5, though? That's the real question.
The style. The animation itself has a lot more...
Okay, Eric, I never said it was peak. Calm down, bro.
...dynamic movement going on, and during intense moments of action...
Bro, seriously, just pause this shot at any frame, and you could easily... Yeah, I could have that mounted on my wall. I'm not even kidding.
I noticed there was a bit of a frame drop in the animation.
Seriously, just let me pause it bit by bit, just to give you an idea. Frame...
Which on
frame,
paper sounds like
frame. Okay, you get that. You get the idea.
It would be awful, but in practice, it strangely works. It actually reminds me of PC gaming, where because my rig is pretty shit, wherever there are moments of high particle effects going on, my frames will drop so fast it's like I'm watching a PowerPoint presentation.
Hey, yo, why did you need a shot of Widowmaker's cheeks from? Oh, okay, sure. That's how that goes, man.
Action lines here and there, which when coupled with the lower frame rate, almost makes it look like you're watching a comic book panel on screen.
Yeah.
Which again...
was, again, Spider-Verse. That was kind of the idea with the style initially.
Doesn't sound like it should work, but it really does.
I don't know how this translates well into a freaking DreamWorks movie of all things, but it really does. At least one so action-paced, like action-heavy like this one.
Now, as cool as the animation is... That's only one layer to this beautiful onion of a film.
I see what you did there.
That's where we go into the very next scene.
Ooh.
Puss encounters the wolf character at the bar.
Please play the whistle. Please, I want to hear it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's all coming together.
What a character entrance. Immediately you feel the film
Wait, really, Tails?
shift in its tone. From the loud, fun, colourful opening we got prior to this dark, ominous, uncomfortable atmosphere. The wolf character is probably one of my favourite villains of all time.
Yeah, probably. I don't know, guys. Okay, guys, right off the bat, tell me right now your top 3 DreamWorks villains. For me, Ramses, Death, and Fairy Godmother. But God, because golly, man, just think about. Okay, if you've seen the movie, then just think about it for a moment. If you haven't, then spoiler alert. Just think about his motivation for a moment. Guy who has to die 9 times to actually be dead. Takes his first 8 lives for granted. He felt like he was already getting cheated 8 times, and he's still taking his lives for granted? Yeah, no, I'd be mad too if I was a Grim Reaper. I'd be like, nah, you gotta go.
Love his design. The dark collars in contrast to those piercing red eyes. The black hood, which becomes more apparent when we learn more of his character. All coupled together with the chilling voice he is given.
the
Yeah, who was his voice actor again? I think his name was Wagner Mora. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I know little to nothing about the guy, if I'm being honest. So, you know what? Out of curiosity, let me look him up. Just out of curiosity. Let me look up his IMDb, just out of intellectual curiosity. Let's see. Yeah, I know little to nothing about this guy's work. I guess he did play Pablo Escobar in Narcos, but I only know the guy, the name of the lead character because he's an actual person. Yeah, no, okay, yeah, I know virtually nothing about this guy. Moving on.
feather, and of course,
The boots.
my compliments to your cobbler.
My compliments to your voice actor. Contrast in tone is also
Yeah.
matched with the contrast with what went on in the previous fight scene. There, we just witnessed Puss defeat a Colossus giant with ease, but now, despite
Okay, to be fair though, he did wreck a whole town and ended up dying once out of what, 9 times?
using the exact same moveset, Puss is now the one getting easily bested. This entire scene is fantastic, from the action to the music and the emotion.
I just love the smell of fear.
You see that blood trickle down Puss's face.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, shit is getting real.
Yeah.
In the Puss in Boots sequel.
He's getting humbled. He's getting humbled. That's all I had to say. And this is like the first 15 minutes of the film, guys. Just try to put that into perspective. Only the first 15 minutes into the film, they convey how much of a thrill-seeking, cocky douchebag he is, and then he gets humbled so effectively by such a compelling villain.
Oh.
The weird part, okay, one thing that does bother me though, I guess some people don't see it coming, but at this point, the film doesn't expect you to know that he's the Grim Reaper. Not yet. For whatever reason. For most people, it doesn't work, but I guess it would have thrown me off if it wasn't spoiled for me beforehand.
So let's start leaning into the characters. As despite the huge impact the wolf has in this scene, after this moment, he's hardly in the rest of the film.
Which
But
is
it certainly doesn't feel that way.
crazy how he's there in such small doses and he still carries the film.
As you feel his
Not really carries. Okay, you know what? Most of the film was good. I shouldn't be saying carry. That's a little too broad.
overarching presence throughout. And that's because we see how the fear of him is now constantly playing on Puss's mind. And he'll always show up out of the blue.
Not really. Okay, Arian, do me a favor. Stop adding me every time you post something in chat, please.
So you never know.
Also, I think I saw Twice Upon a Christmas, but I don't remember a lot about it, to be honest.
When his next appearance is gonna be. But when the wolf is actually on screen, my god, does he just own everything.
Like, yeah, the hood, the sickles. Like, yeah, you could easily put 2 and 2 together, but I guess some people could be a little misled. I guess some people thought he was actually just a bounty hunter, like Puss was saying.
Every scene he's in. He's just such a cold, powerful, and seemingly malicious individual. But as the film goes on, we learn more of who he is, and it completely justifies his motives.
Yeah.
And makes sense as to why he's so determined to get Puss. And not
Like, yeah, you cheated death 8 times and you're still taking your lives for granted? Okay, no, you gotta go. You deserve to die. You deserve to stay dead after the first kill.
into spoilers.
Like, I get it. I get it. I'm not trying to empathize with the Grim Reaper of all people, but I get it.
Yet, but I think because of when we learn who he is, he's not just a foe for Puss, but for all of us. Interestingly though, despite his commanding presence, the wolf isn't even the main antagonist of the film.
Technically, yeah. Okay, there's like 3 villains in this film, guys. Okay, with 2 villains and 1 group of antagonists.
That honor goes to Little Jack Horner.
Little Jack. Dad, I'm Big Jack Horner.
Sorry.
I'm not gonna lie.
Horner.
Guys, like, I know every now and again I tend to complain about, hey, villains aren't nuanced. Villains are just jerks for the sake of being jerks. But here it works. It really does. And hopefully this review will get into it, but let's see.
In contrast to the wolf, who has a great backstory and motive as to why he's doing what he's doing, Jack Horner is the complete opposite. He barely has any reason to be doing the shitty things he does.
Yeah.
And only does them because, well, he's a dick.
Yeah, just a...
You're not gonna shoot a puppy, are you, Jack? Yeah, in the face. Why?
Why am I laughing about puppy murder? Golly, man.
One scene where a character is trying to ask Jack if he had any traumatic backstory that made him the way he is.
Like, he is so cartoonishly evil, but also so entertaining. Like, he just owns his crap. He really
It's
does.
basically like, nah.
Just loving parents, and stability in a
Mansion.
and a
Yeah, if I
thriving
like being
business
50s,
with
yeah.
supplies for me to inherit.
Alright.
Which,
Useless crap like
By
that.
the way, I love the pairing of Jiminy Cricket and Jack Horner. Jiminy's sheer horror compared to Jack's indifference is just hilarious. My only gripe is that we didn't get to see more of that interaction.
Oh, what took you so long, idiot? Oh, okay, he's about to say it.
So long, idiot.
Another character.
Okay, I will say this. I know I hold voice actors who start in Big Mouth in very low regard, and I mean very low regard. But I forgot this actor's name, but he killed it here. He killed it here. He really did.
What I think worth talking about is the dog, Perrito.
Perrito.
Who initially I thought was actually called Burrito.
Yeah, I did too, because everyone kept saying it Perrito with an English accent. American accent, rather.
Partly because he wears a sock, which I guess would kind of make him look like one.
Although I'm not gonna lie, Burrito would be a really cute name.
But either way,
Imagine if I just called him Burrito. You know what? Next time I get a dog, I might just name him Burrito. I might.
it's Perrito with a P. Perrito was a character I was initially skeptical of when he first appeared.
Yeah.
Mainly because I thought he was going to be that forced comedy relief that you see in
Exactly.
every other animated film.
Yeah.
And that he would very quickly...
The frickin'... You know, what's a comic relief that really came off as annoying? The Jar Jar Binks. The frickin' Olaf from Frozen. Actually, Olaf wasn't that bad. The frickin'... The frickin' robot from Treasure Planet, whose name I already forgotten. You know what? That tells you everything you need to know.
wear out his welcome.
Ugh.
Surprisingly, he actually worked really well in this.
Yeah?
I think mainly because he's less of a comedic focus and more of a wholesome focus.
I guess.
His innocent, carefree attitude actually works really well when contrasted with the far more cynical Puss and Kitty. They
Yeah.
also incorporated him well into the story.
He really serves as a nice foil to where... Yeah, he does. He weaves himself into the plot well enough. He doesn't feel like he's dead weight
For what
when it comes to the emotional value.
why Puss and Kitty would choose to tolerate him on their quest to find the wishing star. Because
Uh-huh.
in order to find the wishing star, our team needs a map. But the map has this weird feature where it will physically change the world around it, depending on who's looking at it.
Yeah.
This world is a reflection.
What would the map even look like for a cynical jerk like me? Honestly, a cynical, hot-headed, critical, a cynical, hot-headed Mexican film critic. What would the map look like if I were to hold it?
Of a person's inner thoughts,
Ugh.
and feelings, which makes me dread to think what mine would look like.
Yeah, exactly. We were all having these questions. Oh gosh.
So over here we have the field of mutilated bunnies.
What
Over here, the
frick?
lab of diseased animal testing.
Hey, yo.
Oh, and of course, the sacred valley of stop-motion horror. Anyway, this means that the path to the wishing star...
That's
for
one
Puss
way to
and
go at it, I
Kitty is
guess.
Filled with horror and despair, whilst Perrito's, because of his wholesome nature, is full of sunshine and happiness.
Yep.
So it makes sense.
I love that. Hold on. Play that shot again. Play that shot again.
His wholesome nature is full of sunshine and happiness.
I love the fact that everything is set up and then they just add in the rainbow as icing on the cake.
So it makes sense that Puss and Kitty would want to bring Perrito along, rather than just because the script demands it.
Yeah.
Not to mention that Perrito plays a key role in one of the most impactful scenes in this film.
Yes.
Which we're gonna talk about now.
Yeah.
So in this film, there's a moment where Puss has a full-on panic attack. And I'll admit, before going to see this film, I had been foretold that there was a...
Bro, I know this scene has been memed 1,000 times, but you know what? It still holds up. It still holds up, even without the memes.
moment where a character experiences a panic attack, and that it's actually quite intense.
Like, he's got
But
his
that's
hair
right.
is standing on
And
end.
to
He's
be
completely
honest,
panicking. He's hallucinating death everywhere he goes. It goes kind of hard.
Puss started getting...
And I usually don't say this about, let me put it this way. A film that tries too hard to sell a semblance of emotion.
the goosebumps from the wolf in the bar, and ran off to hide in the bathroom. I thought that was the panic attack moment people were mentioning. I
Nope.
did not expect the film to handle the actual moment as well as they did.
Yeah?
For context, there's a fight scene in the film which is mostly being played up for laughs, but during it, Puss has a moment where he suddenly freezes and has a vision of the wolf from earlier.
Uh-huh.
This causes Puss to flee from the...
Hold on, play that shot
Suddenly
again.
freezes and has a vision of the wolf from earlier.
Oh, I wish you hadn't zoomed in. Like, there's a whole visual of a skull, I think.
This causes Puss to flee from the fight, in which he gets some really awesome looking visuals. Perito chases after Puss and finds him sat down by a tree, breathing heavily and holding his chest. And this is how the film chooses to handle the moment.
Yeah. No dialogue. No. Like, they established early on in the film, he wants to be a therapy dog, and you know what? He more or less does know a few pointers. Zero dialogue, just takes one look at him and puts his head on his stomach. The only time, like I said, where a realistic attempt at a panic attack was done well. The only time. Yeah, move over Andy Mack, move over freaking every other indie show out there. Move over Digital Circus. Like, this is how you do it.
I'll be honest, this moment got me.
Yeah.
Not just for the scene itself, but the fact that the film decided to take it completely seriously. Because earlier on in the film, Perito talks about how he wants to become a therapy dog. And simply rubbing his belly will help anyone feel better.
Which did come off as a little gross, but you know what? It did have some implications that work.
When people feel bad, they can rub my belly. It'll make them feel better.
When this scene was happening, I thought that was going to be the way they handled it.
No, that would have been terrible. And I'm really glad they didn't.
Be some forced comedic element added to lift the tension, with Perito begging Puss to rub his belly and Puss refusing to do so. But they didn't, and I respect that.
Good.
The fact as well that when Perito finds Puss,
would have been so easy to take the easy way out and make the dog go what he's implying, but they didn't.
There is no music, only the sound of Puss's ever-increasing heartbeat. And when Perito goes to comfort Puss, it is done without any dialogue being said. And I'm just sat there in the cinema thinking, why the fuck am I starting to well up whilst watching the goddamn Puss in Boots sequel?
You're going to be asking, if you're watching this movie blind, guys, you're going to be asking yourself that question a lot of times throughout the film.
This is where the film really stands out from being your typical animated kids film.
Yeah?
Because there are numerous moments like this throughout, which I found more relatable to me as an adult than I think a child would. And for this, I'm going to have to get into some spoiler territory, so if you have...
Okay, my guy, the panic attack happens like halfway into the film, so you're already well into spoilers, I'll tell you that much.
If you haven't seen the film yet, I by all means encourage you to do so. So the main message I got from this film was on how to value your life.
Yeah.
In this film's case, Puss is down to his last life and is literally being chased by death to take his final one.
Yeah. Not just the idea of dying or not was taken for granted by him, but I think it goes a little further into it has even more layers than what's implied at the surface, because he has a lot of regrets. Like, at the moment death humbles him the first time, he starts to realize there's certain regrets, especially when he bumps into Kitty once again, because he did leave her at the altar. Then it turns out she didn't show up, and the reason she didn't show up is because he was too full of himself. She said it herself. His one true love is himself. If anything, I love the fact that this film is so subversive, because I'm seeing time and again probably the same offenders as the realistic panic attacks. Time and again, I keep seeing these messages. Oh, love yourself. Nothing's wrong with you. You don't have to improve. And yet this film goes in a completely opposite direction. Yeah, maybe you do need to get humbled. Maybe you do need to self-improve. Maybe you do need to self-reflect. It goes in the opposite direction. It's the opposite of a love yourself message. And you know what? I respect the hell out of that. Because there's always room for improvement, guys. I'll tell you that much.
Reason being is that Death is frustrated at Puss, as despite having 9 lives, Puss never valued any of them. And so Death doesn't believe that he deserves to live. Now, although
How many kids' movies go for I left her at our wedding plot lines? I can't think of many tales, especially not Disney or DreamWorks.
We as people don't have multiple lives like Puss does, I do believe we have chapters.
That montage of him dying, it was so ridiculous, but also pretty hilarious.
Moments of our past where we live...
Like, why would you pass up a spotter? Why would you get so drunk and go to the top? I'm telling you, man, people are stupid. Humans are stupid, and we should not be rewarding that behavior, and this film definitely doesn't, and I'm glad.
Puss does. I do believe we have chapters. Moments of our past where we lived a certain phase.
Yeah.
And perhaps we look back on some of those phases and realize that we didn't truly value what we had in the moment.
yeah, we really come to regret it, or we just make the wrong choices and we still have to live with that pain. It is what it is.
And maybe we look back at those moments with strong nostalgia and wish to be back in what we see as our glory days. And on the flip side, also demonstrate
Maybe there was a time where you felt like you had everything, things were good, but you were still missing something that would always matter.
what can happen
more or
when you
less.
start worrying about the future and stop living your life because you are so concerned of what may or may not happen. Either way, what this film strives to convey is despite what has happened in your past or any worries you have for the potential future, stop thinking about it and try to focus on the now. In the film, Puss actually doesn't defeat death and acknowledges that he will never be able to do so. But also recognizes that despite being down to his last life,
that's exactly the kind of humility that made Death realize, yeah, no, okay, you know what, you can value life, I'll let you live. That's it, that's all it took.
Realizes all the good he has going.
It might seem anticlimactic, but no, I think they did it well enough.
For it, and says that he will never stop fighting for it.
Yeah.
And god damn it, this is now the second time I have started to well up in the cinema
and you start asking yourself, this is the Puss in Boots sequel?
I was watching the goddamn Puss in Boots sequel. The film's message is clear. Try to focus on the good you have in your life right now. And if you don't think you have any good,
learn to value something a little more than yourself, because not everything's about you. Or at least that's what I took from it.
Then try looking around at the little things, even if that means standing still for a second and taking the moment to smell the posies.
Which literally happens in the film. It was a little on the nose with that kind of symbolism, but at the same time, I still dig it.
Coming to think of it, for a film which is so much about valuing life,
Arian, it's not even close. The first one clears the second. It's not even close. Second had a myriad of problems that I do not want to get into right now.
a lot of deaths in it.
That's not even counting all the tiny people in that bottle that Goldilocks threw at the beginning. Yeah, he's just dead. He turned into confetti, but he's essentially dead. That is such a cartoony but so gruesome way to go, man. It's kind of gnarly how they got away with so much in a PG, even for a PG film. You know what? Play that. Okay. Play that again. It's mostly just Jack Horner's men, but golly, hold on. Let me play that shot again.
Of deaths in it.
This one. This one. Play. You know what? Play it slowly. A freaking sentient flower just devoured everything about this guy. Organs, skin, everything. Okay, skin is technically an organ, but still, left nothing but bones, guys. I don't know about you guys, but goddamn, you are circumventing the censors. And I respect the hell out of that. Yeah, it's really soft gore. Golly, man. 6 people getting crushed by a carriage and falling off a cliff to their deaths. And you can hear the screams. My gosh, man.
Now, as the final point, I want to quickly talk about some deleted scenes that didn't make it into the film.
Oh.
Normally when it comes to deleted scenes,
This I do not know about, so you know what? By all means.
I'm thinking, man, it would have been so much better if they had left.
Oh my gosh, Tails, that would have been so much better. Tiger lilies. That would explain all the growling that you hear from them. Okay. I guess posies might be a little more misleading, and in a good way. Subversive, rather. But I don't know.
Or why did they decide to change that cool idea? But with this film, this is one of the few times I think it was actually better to have those scenes removed. Most don't really add much to the story, and honestly come across as more awkward and clunky.
Okay, can you talk about it before you give me your take on it, please?
But there's one key scene which I absolutely agree with being taken out, and that's called the Wall of Snakes, which I believe would have taken place as Puss is running away from the fight with Jack Horner. In the final cut we got, this leads to the emotional panic attack scene I talked about earlier.
Okay.
In the original, however, there was
a
very different take. In this original take, Puss actually steals the map in order to get to the wishing star for himself.
Wait, but if that happened, what reason would Puss and Kitty have for going after the bears since they're the ones that got the map?
Of course, having the map being influenced from his eyes, he is stopped by a wall of snakes.
Okay.
Perrito manages to catch up with Puss and asks him to turn back. But instead, Puss uses Perrito to alter the map in order to clear the wall of snakes and carries on as usual, leaving Kitty abandoned. I am so glad they took this scene out.
Yeah, it does. If it was just this scene instead of the one with the panic attack, I think the narrative would have been a little more confusing.
It would have made Puss look like
Just
a
at a
gigantic
glance.
arsehole and cause us to lose any sympathy with his character.
Uh-huh.
We do get a similar thing happen in the final cut, where Perrito and Kitty see Puss running off alone with the map in hand, and they think he's stolen it, but in reality Puss is actually just running from the wolf, and
Yeah.
the other two characters can't see that.
Like, on one hand, I can buy it that, yeah, he's terrified that Death himself is after him, and he finally came to that realization. But on the other, yeah, I like this better than the deleted scene anyways.
Which again,
Huh.
I think is a much better take than this deleted scene. So yeah, that's
That's
my
that.
thoughts on Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Hmm.
My god, what a pleasant surprise it was. A film which offered high levels of emotion,
Uh,
some gorgeous animation.
Crazy how I saw this film like 3 years ago, guys, and it still holds up. It still holds up. Like, it's crazy how some people, and I'm not pointing any fingers, just took the wrong lessons out of this film.
with core themes of
You know what? I'm gonna let him finish talking before I keep yapping.
existential crisis and death itself, but with a heartfelt message that shows you why you need to appreciate the value of life.
Uh-huh.
And boy, that is a sentence I never thought I'd say about the goddamn Puss in Boots sequel. Until the next one, guys, take care.
Well, that was a fun watch. I just sincerely hope I didn't get copyrighted for it, but that was a fun watch. But alright, guys. With that being said, you posted the Puss in Death original designs in the... Wait, let me see. Hold up. Wait, there's an official art book for this? Huh. Yeah, no, just no. I'm sorry. He looks less like a cat and he looks more like a furry in this artwork. No, I'm not too crazy about it. I'm not too crazy about this design. Yeah. Okay, he looks cool and all, but at the same time, it doesn't really, I'll say, okay, outside of the skeleton at the top of his head, he doesn't give the implication that he's the Grim Reaper. I guess it would have been more subtle, but at the same time, the one we went with was more subtle in a different way. Like, I don't know. I dig it, but I also don't. It's a little conflicting. Huh. But other than that, though, guys, okay, we're about an hour and a half into the stream. You know what? How long is this? Because I am a little curious. Take your time, YouTube. I got nowhere else to be. Take your time, ads. I got nowhere else to be, even though I have ad block on, so what gives? Yeah, okay, 24 minutes long. Yeah, we are not finishing this by today, because I want to get back to into some Kirby, guys. So maybe for the next 10 minutes or so, or 7 minutes rather, let's just sit back and talk. Let's just sit back and yap. You know, like I do, like I always do. Death is freaking terrifying. Yeah, I guess no matter what they would have gone with, yeah, I would have been scared. But yeah, I'm glad they went with the one they, like, imagine if you saw this instead of the hooded figure in the bar scene. Like, it definitely would have been a little too distracting, if nothing else. Yellow, bloodshot eyes, the skeleton crown, or whatever that is. No cloak, just a naked anorexic wolf? Is that what we're going with? I can't tell. Like, it's too stylized in this shot to see how it would have translated into the actual final project. But hey, you know what? It's fun to look at, if nothing else. Okay, hold on, guys. I need to blow my nose real quick, because golly. This is what I get for having the AC on the whole stream. Okay. Movies such as Cars 2 had deleted scenes that involved racing that Pixar scrapped because the movie would become too long. Even the scene with Mater leaving McQueen. What? Oh my gosh, Arian, the more I learn about freaking Cars, the more I learn about freaking Cars 2, the more disappointed I am. Although to be fair, Cars 3, even though it did focus on what I wanted it to focus on, it still went in a completely awkward direction. But the whole subplot of freaking, not really even a subplot, the cruiser mirrors being the focus, the idea of passing it on to a successor rather than whatever the heck was going on with Lightning, at least from what the promos implied, and also the memes. You know, the whole, hold on. This one in particular. This still gets such a laugh out of me, man. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Yeah, Chrono. Top 3 DreamWorks films, and you know what, guys? At some point, I kind of want to watch them all for movie night and whatnot. At some point, I think, is Prince of Egypt on Netflix? You know what? Let me look into it, actually. I think it still is, because that's how I watched it a couple years ago, but don't quote me on that. Am I even logged into Netflix here on this browser? I think I am, but don't quote me on it. Guys, don't you love it? Hold on. Guys, don't you love it when you type in the title of a movie word for word, Netflix gives you the suggestion, but it doesn't have the movie itself? Don't you just love it when that happens? This is frustrating, but hey, what are you gonna do? Can I play something with the Pets tab or the Music tab? What about the Pets tab, Arian? Aww, Chrono. Aw, hold on. Who are these little guys? Aw, look at your kitties. But alright, guys, with that being said... Yeah, I've been running my mouth. Yeah, okay, you know what? I know it's only a minute. We're only at the minute 27 mark, but I'm gonna set up the Switch. And you know what? Play some more Kirby, because why not? Alright, guys. I'm gonna take a bit of a break. Get some Aqua Purificada. Does anyone know where that's from by any chance? But alright. With that being said, I'll be right back. Guys, has my mic been muted this whole time? Yep. That's embarrassing. Sometimes I just gotta remind myself to pay better attention. Wait, how did I do this again? Wait, why can't I go through the wall? Oh, am I supposed to drop a bomb? Yeah, okay. I see you, game. I see you. I think. Do I use the thorns? Do I use the... Okay, first of all, you gotta go. Does it go through the walls? Okay, it does. Okay. Wait, where would I have gone if it didn't? I really don't know. Oh, you know, Metalhead. Capture card not working. Something. We gotta finish this. All that jazz. I'd rather not repeat myself if I'm being honest. Ugh. I don't like where this is going. Yep, okay. We live in. Wait, do they want me to use a black hole, or? I mean, I could. Just don't want to. Okay, I kind of do, though. I'm not gonna lie. The hitbox is a little janky. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping for a little more. What does a red card mean in soccer? I think it means you're banned for the rest of the cup or something like that. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I know it's gonna be really saying something since I'm Mexican, but I don't know enough about soccer to know exactly what it entails. I know yellow card means you're... Does it mean you're banned for the rest of the match? I honestly don't know, guys. No, wait, give me those points! Okay, fair enough. Is that it? Suddenly gratuitous cannon. Alright. Oh, sorry. That's my bad. That's it? Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay, I was about to say. If that was, imagine if that actually knocked me over. Guys, I'm gonna be real with you. It feels like I'm at a point where I forgot I'm playing a freaking Kirby game. Because this almost feels like something completely different. I didn't realize I could turn around with that. Huh. Yellow card is half a red card, basically. There are also meanings in okay. Red card means expulsion. When spammed, it's either a meme or someone is doing something forbidden. Come to think of it, wasn't there an instance where... I don't know exactly when it happened, but I think a player pulled an Uno reverse card out of his pocket when he got yellow carded. You know, let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
Free kick for the sidemen, Mini Minter taking down by Max Fox. Could be the first booking of the game. Trousers.
I'm sorry, man. That's peak comedy. I don't know what to tell you guys. Alright, moving on. Some minigame in Smash Bros? Which one? Which one, Metalhead? I mean, you know what? I would say this was from the creator of Smash, but then remember, Sakurai did not direct this game. I guess I may as well. Open up. Come on. You cannot outmatch Uno. Yo, it's crazy. This game has been around since This game has been around since the dawn of time, guys. Like, it's crazy how memeable this game has become. No, wait, don't make me touch it. No, oh gosh, that is so redundant. Does it go down? Okay, I was about to say, how am I supposed to get out of here? Okay, simple enough. Not gonna lie, I know he's a villain, but Macklem's kind of growing on me in terms of gameplay and whatnot. Ow. He almost killed me there. I almost got squished by that wall. And that's it, I guess? Sure, why not? First one's like melee? What? Yeah, that really doesn't narrow it down, Metalhead. Do you have the slightest idea how little that narrows it down? I don't even know where that meme is from. I think it's from Batman Beyond? Don't quote me on that. Speaking of Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker was airing on Adult Swim yesterday, and honestly, it has aged pretty well as a film, I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm telling you, man, no one did Batman better than the animated series. And even Batman Beyond, for that matter. Alright. Next. Why is it so quiet? Is this a boss stage? Maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. Wait, Swamp. I have not heard about that. Really? Huh. Am I supposed to open? No, wait, I know. Or I don't. I don't know. Okay, it's just a couple little balls. Do not clip that out of context, please and thank you. Okay, just a boss gauntlet. Oh my gosh, he still goes after me, even though I'm already behind him. I'm taking way too much damage for just the first boss. But hey, what are you gonna do? And I'm assuming I don't get healing. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, Swamp. Little Big Planet was a little after my time. I never really got exposed to it. Oh, to be fair, I grew up with, let me put it this way, guys. I grew up with Nintendo consoles rather than the PS3 and whatnot. I did have a PS2 growing up, but a PS3, like I said, a little after my time. And honestly, the only reason I bought a PS4, guys, was because of freaking Kingdom Hearts. And also the Batman Arkham games. Okay, that was over quick. Ow. That was very clumsy of me. Okay, so I didn't there was no means of breaking that. I was just supposed to warp here. You know what? I could do some healing. Other way. Am I supposed to be able to break this? Okay, yeah, okay. You need a certain level of the basic attack. Bad enough. What games did I have for the PS2? I had, obviously, in case it wasn't obvious, Kingdom Hearts, The first Jack and Daxter game. I remember having one Gran Turismo game, but I can't remember which one. I remember my uncle let me Guitar Hero, and then he forgot to pick it up, so I had it for like 2 years. The first Guitar Hero. I gotta say, I owe half of my taste in music to that game. Just because it had a lot of bangers. Ugh. Okay, more healing. Can't go wrong with that. Why am I saying that in a British accent? I don't know. Oh gosh, not one of these, please. No! Oh, there's spikes on the walls. Okay, I was about to say. I was like, what's hurting me? No, stop hurting the... Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, I think it's flat out impossible to be able to defend that. Then again, I could have used my magic beam? I don't even know what it's called. Ugh. I could have sworn I had more PS2 games, but I can't remember any of them for the life of me, outside of the ones that I mentioned, Swamp. Ugh. I'm telling you, man, that leitmotif is stuck in my head. Is that even the leitmotif? Alright, I'm guessing this is the end now. Because we just went through a whole boss gauntlet. You know, come to think of it. Surge Burst? Wait, what's this? How long it takes before your combos end? I guess it could be worth the investment, but... Nah, it kind of isn't. Okay, that's as good. That's as high as it gets anyways. Okay. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try at least one upgrade. Oh, it's one of these. Okay, bombs are bigger. Okay, you know what? Let me try it. Okay, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. That's what they were talking about. Ow. You know what? Enjoy the wall. Enjoy the wall, loser. Ow! You guys are jerks. You know that? Okay, I can kind of see it. I can see the combo. I see the combo lasting longer. Okay. I see what they were talking about. Oh gosh, it's faster now. Okay, I missed a couple of them, but I can live with that. No, wait! Oh my gosh. Okay, just keep dashing, I guess. Just keep hopping, just keep hopping. And sure, I'll take a dumpling, I guess. You know what, guys? I've never actually had a decent dumpling in my life. Are they that good, or are they just that prominent in films based off Eastern culture? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna be honest, guys. After I heard, I didn't even know what dumplings were before I watched Kung Fu Panda, and they look kind of delicious. I'm not gonna lie, but never gotten a chance to try some really good ones, if I'm being honest. Excuse me. Bro, where is the dash? Golly, I'm taking so much damage. Okay. We live in, I think. Honestly, just keep running, I guess. And then there's this. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I stand by this. Magolor for Smash when, please. Depends on who makes them. Yeah, that's really what it comes down to, doesn't it? Ow. I didn't even notice the little guys in the parasols, whatever you want to call them. Pretty sure they have a name, but honestly, I don't care that much. You know what, guys? The more I think about it, maybe we should watch Naughty or Nice tonight for movie night instead of next week, because, well, the reason we didn't watch it yesterday is because the Google link expired. So, for the sake of that not happening by this time next week, I feel like maybe we should do it tonight. Also, I've been holding off on watching that movie for way too long now, since frickin' December. So I don't know, what do you guys think? If you guys are down, because otherwise, honestly, it's no fun if I'm watching it alone, even though I can. I mean, it's part of the reason I've been holding off on it for so long. We need at least one more Ultimate DLC. Swamp, at this rate, we're probably just gonna get another Smash game. Or maybe Ultimate ported to the Switch or something like that. Switch 2 edition, whatever. I'm kind of against the idea, but ultimately, it's probably inevitable. Especially because the Switch 2 has much better hardware than the Switch 1 ever did. Maybe Sakurai has some ideas. For all we know, he's already working on the sequel, but I don't know. Like, fun fact that between Smash 4 and after Smash 4 got published, officially released, guys, he was already working on Ultimate. Pretty much right after it released. Like, it's that crazy. Wait, where was that door again? Is there a map of this place? Apparently not. Okay. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going, but it is what it is. Oh, wait, here it is. You know what? Sure, let's invest in my health. It's actually pretty nice out of context. I'm guessing this is the end, because that's the last apple piece, but let's see. Oh gosh, is it just the big Doom Sphere guy? Or whatever his name is? Or just a bunch of little ones, I don't know. And my guy's just getting mugged. Do they merge into one? Nope, we're fighting 4 of them. That's how that goes, I guess. Oh my god, okay, those are delayed explosions. Okay, I see you, game, I see you. Oh, I am really not doing damage, am I? I hate the fact that they move so fast. Pretty sure if I kill one of them, the rest of them go to, it's a little easier. Or do none of them die until the whole health bar goes? Or... Ow. Ow, I meant to dash there. Where's the dash? Come on. Okay, there goes. We're halfway done. So I'm guessing it's 4 at once. Are they gonna merge now, or... Oh, no, whatever that is. Okay, you know what? Screw it. Screw it. Okay, this nonsense again. Or, actually, it's the first time I'm seeing this. Nope, wait, there it is. Bro, why do they keep spawning at the worst of times? Seriously. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Wow, I'm bad at this. No, I'll continue. I'll continue. But also, I don't have my magic gauge this time, so... You sent me a message on Discord about the sticker. You can read it later if you want. Fill me in on the... I am gonna just, you know, isolate this tab. And let's see. That doesn't seem so bad, Tails. But what do I know? What do I know? You know what? The less questions I ask, the better. You know what? It's fine without context. I'll tell you that much. But all right. Let's see if I don't screw this up this time. Oh, I can move when I'm charging it. Okay, good to know. Ow. Ow. Okay, these things are annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Ow. We just started and I already have half of my health left. Okay, there we go. Wait, what happens if I attack all 4 of them in one hit? Ow. Okay, there's that trick with the bombs. Ow. Okay, I gotta remind myself, I have a guard move. And of course, there's an explosion there. Why wouldn't there be? Get out of the way! Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at this! Did that do it? Nope, barely. I think I'm barely gonna scrape by, but I could be wrong. No, we got it, barely. Yeah, I don't know if I deserve to win that, if I'm being honest, guys. I feel like I'm really clutching it. Although, to be fair, I really don't see an effective way of countering it, if I'm being honest. But again, skill issue. Okay, why do I keep hearing Discord pinging in general? What's going on? Okay, nothing crazy. Hold on. What time is it, by the way? Okay, we got about an hour left, guys. I honestly thought the stream would be ending soon, although if I'm being honest, I'm feeling a little worn out. And also, I still gotta edit the next project, guys, so the sooner I finish this, the better, but even then, I have a threshold of 3 hours. So, gotta do what you gotta do. Why am I talking like this? Alright, that's the 5th one. Now what? Let me guess. We awakened some ancient evil, and now Magolor's got to put it down. That's kind of how things go with Kirby games, the more you think about it. Okay. Now what? I don't think a new Smash game would be great, especially when it comes to licenses with third-party supporters. I mean, worked pretty well last time. Wow, that looks so majestic. They still got Cloud, they still got Snake, they still got... Everyone we thought wouldn't make it back, made it back, basically. But alright, let's see what this is about. Also, maybe pay for an upgrade. I don't know what, though. I love the fact that he keeps yapping as I'm scrolling through the menu. It's kind of annoying, but... Yeah, honestly, the basic attack is almost everything. So let's see. All hail the mighty apple. Or whatever it really is. Alright, Metalhead. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, why do I keep hearing Discord pinging? And of course, another Sphere Doomer. What else would it be? Oh, we're fighting it now? Okay. Crown Doomer. Okay, it's one of those moves. Okay, I see you, game. I see you. Wow, I dodged that like crazy. They call me Mr. Dodge. Holy crap. Bro, I hate the fact that these things constantly teleport. Okay. More explosions. And of course I'm too late. No, I meant to go the other way. Oh my gosh. Ow. Whoop. We live in. Ow. Bro, we're barely halfway done, and I'm already missing most of my health. All right, charge at the screen, you know, just like the rest. Oh, yeah, I'm bad at this game. Have I mentioned that? Plenty of times, actually. No, get, oh gosh. Could I have dodged that by ducking? I honestly don't know. I am so dead. I don't think I'm gonna make this. It's coming in this way, coming in, and there I go. Yep. What is the weakest current Kirby game I've played? Probably Squeak Squad, but to be fair, I think every Kirby game can be difficult. The thing is, it just takes practice. Trial by error. Ow. I almost forgot I can dodge roll in this game. Remember through God, I always keep forgetting that the freaking dodge roll, the one that Smash Bros is so famously known for, it started with Kirby, guys. I'm not even kidding. Because, you know, same developer and everything. Ow. Okay, that's on me. That's on me. I got greedy. And I still missed it. Oh my god. Whoa, oh, I can't even stand on it. Okay, duly noted. Golly, man. So, is there a reason the thing is attacking us? Just out of curiosity, you know. Oh gosh, now what? Okay, you can duck to dodge it. Nice. Oh gosh, it actually hits you from... Okay, fine, fine, fine. I see how it is, game. I see how it is. I'm not gonna make it. I'm so bad at this game. And yeah, maybe I'm due for a couple more upgrades, but the fact of the matter is I can't afford anymore. And this is the last stage, so I guess I gotta grind a little more? Nah, skill issue, skill issue. Just get good, get good. That's all you gotta do, right guys? Ugh. Okay, we're at the halfway point. It's my best one yet. Okay, is he doing that thing? Yeah, he's doing the meteor thing, whatever you want to call it. Ow, okay, I missed one. Could have been worse. Steady. Almost there, almost there, we're almost there, we live in. You doing that thing again with the meteors? Yeah, okay, okay. I can take one. I can take one, I think. Okay, 0 damage from that. Okay. I think this is it. Yeah, it was just a skill issue. Unless there's another phase. Which there might be. I'm not sure what to expect now. Some sort of holy tree? What am I looking at here? What is that? What oh, it's the crown itself. Okay. Oh, you have to hit the arms. I can't just attack it directly. Duly noted. And I don't get my health back. That's nice. Okay. 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 Oh my gosh. I'm terrified, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Sure, man. Okay, okay. This is Wispy Woods on steroids. I see how it is. Can I attack these? Can I attack these vines? Apparently not. A good thing I ducked there. Oh gosh, it's these things again. I am so dead. I am not gonna make it. Of course, of course. I thought I was gonna go for the other angle, but no. Sure, it had to go right through me. I think we're at that halfway point, but... Gosh, this thing is terrifying. Look at it! Okay. Moving lasers, and... Yep, there it is. Do I get a checkpoint, or do I have to do that from scratch? I get a checkpoint. Oh, thank goodness. Ow. Ow. Okay, there's the laser again. Just fly up, just fly up. Okay, simple enough, I think. It's these things again. Now it's the storm, right? Okay, just run, just run. Just stay on your toes, stay on your toes. Ow. Okay, we're at that halfway point. We livin', we livin'. Okay, this thing again. Okay. I see you. I see you, game. I see you. Oh gosh, it's 2 in 1. Okay. I see you. Okay, how am I supposed to dodge that? It's these things again, but there's more of them. Okay, just fly. Just fly. Oh my gosh. Of course there's a mini, of course! Mini boss in the middle of the final boss fight. Why wouldn't there be? I'm sorry, how am I supposed to counter that? Now this. Oh my gosh, of course they come back. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? How am I supposed to know that I have to stay on the far side of the map? Okay, sure. Okay, I see how it is, Kirby. Pixel, you could not have come at a worse time. So, am I supposed to destroy those bombs? I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. Okay, these things again. Okay, we're at the halfway point, if you can even call it that. Alright, there's this thing again. At least I know how to counter it. At least I think I do. There's one. Above, below, below, above, and then both in one. Okay, simple enough. This thing again. Excuse me! Oh my gosh. And yeah, of course I do take the hit. Now it's this bullcrap, which I have no idea how I'm supposed to dodge. How am I supposed to dodge that? Okay, seriously, how? Okay, now just run, and I still fumbled it. You know what? Screw it. Now's as good a time as any. Oh gosh, not this thing again. Okay, we got it. Barely. Honestly, I feel like I clutched that way too hard, but hey, we got it. So that was the crown, huh? Why is it in the shape of a tree, though? I'm a little confused with this lore, but hey, I think it's supposed to be ambiguous. Suddenly a sword, for some reason. An ultra sword? Or just any sword, really. No, it's an ultra sword. Oh gosh, do I have to mash? Yep. Okay, it's a little redundant, but it's still really fun. The same thing Kirby did to Magolor when he had the crown, but where is this going? The stream glitched out and trying to make it look like I lost, but it was a fluke? Sure it was. Magolor? You good, big dog? I mean, he rebuilt his magic, but what was the goal here? Yeah, Swamp, there I was talking smack about how easy the beginning was, and here we are. Okay, it's just the credits, but I want to see what happens. What's up with Magolor? He got his magic back? Is he gonna go back to Dreamland and apologize, or what's going on now? I guess we'll never know for sure. So what's gonna happen with this? I forgot what it was called. Something, something, apple? Fruit, something? I don't know, man. That's how that goes. You can, every time I hear that leitmotif, man. Is it Magolor's leitmotif or is it the game's leitmotif? I guess one of the, I guess maybe both, maybe one or the other, I don't know. Oh, I could skip this? You know what? Sure. I'm gonna be real, guys. I don't want to sit this. I don't want to sit through this. Interdimensional Magolor. New songs for the jukebox. Okay, sure. Wait, let me see. Can I see the credits? Or I guess not. Maybe the credits would have teased something, but I honestly don't know. Pixel. Magolor will return in Avengers Doomsday. No, I'm kidding. Imagine. Alright, okay, I could just do the extra mode, or search for the rest of the gears in the main story. Ah, screw it. This is more fun, especially because I already know what I'm doing. Pretty sure it's the same mode, but I have less health. It's really all there is to it. Okay, can I skip this? Nah. It feels so right to be able to play Kirby again, but hey. You can even play as some of Kirby's friends. Wait, can I only play it if there's multiplayer? Didn't you tell me this already, or am I crazy? Oh my gosh, this plays so differently than Magolor. Ugh. Oh, the whip. I'm feeling the whiplash. Anyone know who that's from by any chance? Ow. Jerk. Okay, is it just me or are some enemies bigger than the others? Was that there before? I don't think it was. Also, the star chips are different for some reason. Ow. Okay, I gotta be a little less clumsy. Especially because I have limited... my health is a lot more limited than it was before. Okay, but there is energy spheres in this version, so... Okay, hold on, guys. I gotta sneeze. I'm gonna mute myself real quick. Never mind. False alarm. My nose is just screwing with me. My nose is just being a jerk. Wait, I need a key. Hold on, hold on. Can you move? I hate the fact that they respawn the moment they leave, the moment I get out of their area. Oh my gosh, I'm getting a little snotty. That's just me, though. Okay, you know what, chat? Let me blow my nose real quick. Ugh. Okay, that was the first one. Wait, Have the 1-ups always had a crown on them, or am I crazy? I'm crazy, right? Is it like a Mandela effect, or am I tripping? No, wait, I didn't mean to. Okay. No fire. Fire, 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 fire. Rock, 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 rock. Oh gosh, Swamp, I hate it. I hate being teased like that by my own body. Or my own nose, however you want to label it. Alright, we're doing this again. Keep going. And I just realized I'm already at low health because I'm being that clumsy. So at least we are still getting 1-ups. At least the normal rate. At least the rate that it feels like normal. Don't quote me on that though. Okay, there's the void. Oh my gosh, I also gotta fight a Spear Doomer, and I have little to no health left. Or maybe I do, hold on. Okay, I do, nice. Sorry, Waddle Dees, I know you're adorable, but I gotta get you out of the way. Okay, so far, outside of the health limitation, it's no different from the original. Okay, occasionally an enemy is bigger, but what more than that? I guess it's supposed to be easy at first, but not really anything to write home about yet. You know, let's go with sword. For the Sphere Doomer. The Sphere, oh, EX. Oh, sorry, is this TCG? Suddenly I'm playing a trading card game? How did they, okay, guys, I'm gonna be honest, to this day, I still don't know what EX is short for. It just feels like a way of sounding cool. And he's already dead. Before we can even get him moving, he's already dead. And I get a cherry. Neat. Hi. Hi, Kirby. That's adorable, man. All right. Not bad for the first level, I guess. To be honest, guys, I'm not entirely sure what to make of it. I'm still mad there's no UFO Kirby, by the way, although I guess it would be broken in this game with the mobility and everything. I just realized my phone is running low on battery, and that's what I used to look at chat, but you know what? We got about a half hour left. It should be able to last until then. Right? Copium. Okay, get out of my way. You know, if there's one thing I've come to notice, I need to be careful with taking damage. I feel like I'm taking a lot, like, I almost died in the first stage. What does that tell you? Like, I know the mode is supposed to be harder, but it's very telling anyways. Alright, moving on. You know, come to think of it, I'm a little curious. What happens when I get all the gears in the original version? You know what? After this level, we're gonna go back to getting the gears, rather than focusing on the extra mode. Also, Boot did tell me to get it first, so... you know what? I feel pretty stupid now that I think about it. Oh, they just instantly die if you cut off the string. The web. Whatever you want to call them. I guess for an extra layer of disrespect, although I could just kill them normally. lie, guys, Cutter is probably the most boring original Kirby ability that I, at least from the ones I can remember from the older games. That's just me, though. Like, okay, you got a little boomerang, but that's it. I guess the hat is cute, if nothing else. Oh, I remember this. Just run, just run, just run. Just run with it. Bang, 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 bang. Nope! Oh, okay, I was about to say, how did I screw that up? Wait, where's the switch? Okay, I already hit it. There's one. I gotta make sure to get all of these guys, because apparently I'm gonna need them all. For some sort of, maybe a secret boss? I actually don't know what to expect, if I'm being honest. I love the fact that he latches onto walls when you use the ability near one. This soundtrack is very catchy, but although, to be fair, I say that a lot about a lot of soundtracks. I'll take that, thank you. That's the second one, right? Okay. Still making good progress. Sure, I'll take beam, I guess. Okay, I can't hold on to it. Fair enough. Giant Edge EX. EX Sports. No, sorry. I know that's not how it goes, but still. Wait, does he have iframes? Are you kidding me? I'm guessing they want me to use this, so let's see. Still just a sword. Slice him and dice him. Wait, that's it? Okay. Yeah, okay, it's the first world. I shouldn't be getting too excited, but still. Okay. Wait, I've never even realized, is there a means to go back to the main menu? Mode selection? Yeah, okay, there we go. That's how you do it. Okay, yeah. Let's just get these freaking gears. I get the feeling something special might happen. Alright, how many am I missing? You're good. You're good. You're missing the first one. Of course that's why, because I gotta put up with currents. Boy. Give me that, give me that, thank you. Ow. No, wait, I meant to, okay, fine, fine, fine. At least I get healed. No, wait, hold on, what was that? What was that? Is that where the gear is? Maybe. I feel like I would have remembered this. No, it's just that hammer for some reason. I feel like I'm forgetting something important. important. I feel like I would have seen the first gear by now, but hey, what are you gonna do? Eric, I have no idea who that is, nor do I really have an obligation to care, man. Slow down, slow down, slow. Okay, fine. Have it your way, game. Have it your way. No, 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 no. Let me take my time with it. At least the current is not as aggressive as the old. Up. Maybe that's what I missed. Hold on, hold on. Oh my gosh! Please, thank you. Waterfall, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. Okay, apparently this is not it. This is just for a 1-up. Is it really even worth the trouble? Like I have like 76 of them. Getting all the gears gives Snake's voice from Metal Gear. I have little to no idea what Snake sounds like outside of Smash Bros, my guy, so I don't know what to make of that. Colonel, I'm trying to sneak in, but I'm dummy thick, and the clap of my ass cheek keeps alerting the guards. Ow. Hang on. Out of my way, please. Yo, that sound the hammer makes is kind of satisfying. Sounds like I'm punching someone. Sounds like a... Ora! 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 You know what? I can't unhear it now. Oh, is this why I missed it? Okay, pay close attention. Guess I'll go right. Okay, the game doesn't really give me a choice. One direction or the other. Okay, I don't see the gear yet, so I feel like I would have seen the first one by now, though. Could be wrong. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, guys. To this day, I still have no idea how to use these things. Completed 50 missions. So did I just hold on to this? How am I supposed to... You know what? My health is mostly full. Yeah, I have no idea how I'm supposed to stock that. I'm guessing I'm gonna need this. Look at that. He's moving. Okay. So far, nothing. That's up for a boss, of course. Ow. Still nothing. Here comes a giant fist! Ah, there it is. I don't know. How did I miss that? I feel like it's not that, I feel like that's really hard to miss, but I guess I missed it. Okay, I guess the rest doesn't matter anymore. We're just here for the first gear. You know what? Yeah, rush away. Wait, steady. Oh, come on. They can't all be winners. Oh, great, more currents. Nice. My favorite. And I can't even jump. Or waterfalls, whatever you want to call them. That was a waterfall. This is a current. Can I jump, please? Thank you. Okay, I'm guessing you have to be on the surface to be able to jump. I guess that's how that works. Okay, okay, I get it now. I get it now. I get it now, I think. Ugh. Perfect ground between Michael Keaton and Christian Bale. Eric, I have no idea what you're talking about, man. Do I even want to bother with this? I kind of don't. I don't need the other gears. But still, it could be fun. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, I can't touch them. Duly noted. Probably should have realized that sooner, but it is what it is. I missed. I fired, and I missed. So I fired again, and I missed. Anyone know where that's from by any chance? Wait, does that count? It doesn't. Well, of course it doesn't. I was about to say, if that squished me and it killed me, I would have been pissed. Nah, screw it. It's not worth it. Like I said, we're only here for the first one. Did I watch the World Cup? Not really, Arian. Not really. Like, I'm not even kidding, guys. For Mexico versus South Africa, I'm not even kidding. My workplace had a company-approved watch party. I'm not even kidding, and frankly, I didn't care. Whole hour and a half of work wasted just to watch the game. I'm not even kidding. And I'll be honest, I did not care less. Like, yeah, sure, I'll watch the game, and I cheered when they scored, but other than that, nah. I can't name a player for the life of me, nothing like that. Like, it's weird. I guess it's mostly owed to my American upbringing, but I just don't care about supporting Mexico, or my home country, if you can even call it that, and whatnot. Okay, I'm missing one here. And apparently the last one. You know what? I'm gonna look this up, because I don't want to waste time going in circles if I miss it the first time. Let's see. Take your time, Google. I got nowhere else to be. Any day now, Google. Any day now. Any day now, Chrome. What if I refresh it? Okay, what the heck is going on? Is YouTube down or something? Hold on. Oops. I'm pretty sure it's the same as it is in the Wii, so it doesn't matter if I look up the deluxe version or not. But, let's see. Holy crap, this is 14 years ago. Bro, y'all have no idea. This channel, Omega Evolution, this channel's content and I go way back, and I don't even know the guy personally, but holy crap. This guy has single-handedly been responsible for me being able to understand Fire Emblem games. Let me put it that way. But alright, let me see. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what this entails, but I'm guessing the idea is to stay in the lower area. That's all I needed to hear. Thank you. Thank you, YouTube. Also, give me fighter, because why not? Ow. Or, you know what? Give me Mecha. Give me Mecha. I have a lot of fun with Mecha. And it did carry me in the end game, so you know what? Why am I complaining? Aw, look at the happy little Waddle Dee. Too bad I have to kill it. No, wait, no I don't. Oh, thank goodness I could break these with the mecha. Because otherwise I don't know what I would do. Maybe I don't have to, but let's see. What's down here? Just another gear that I already had. Alright, Rush moving. People throw hands when the team loses? Yeah, you should have seen Mexico on the news when it came to certain occasions. Like that whole Mexico versus England match, you know what? We freaking deserve that L. We deserve that freaking L after the way the fans behaved. I'm not even kidding. I think it was in Mexico City. I don't know what city in Mexico it was, but for whatever reason, a bunch of fans were making noise at the hotel the England team was staying at. Like that is straight up sabotage, and we still lost. So, hope Mexico is proud of itself for that bullcrap. Cause golly, what a freaking disaster. It made me ashamed. I'm not even exaggerating, guys. It made me ashamed to be a Mexican. Like, never mind how full of ourselves we are, even though we never come close to winning the World Cup. Like, the fact of the matter is, we did not deserve to win that. Because our fans are... Let me put it this way, guys, and I say this as a native Mexican. We're the freaking worst. We're the freaking worst. There's a reason the immigration system is so picky about us. Even when we do apply for visas legally. Which most of the time we don't, which is part of the problem. And I'll leave it at that because I don't want to get too political about it. I meant to go the other way. There's also that, well, you know what, you know what, while we're talking about the World Cup, did y'all hear the news about that one guy who shot his screen because Mexico lost? Okay, I want to believe it's real and it wouldn't surprise me, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was like AI generated or whatever. Ow. But it is what it is. Wait, wait, hold on. Take me back. I specifically told myself to stay in the lower areas. Move. Okay, I feel like I missed it, but let's see. Oh, these things are so cute. It's a shame I gotta kill them. Yep, I missed it. Okay. I don't know what I did wrong, but I did something wrong. Probably never, Arian. I'm really indifferent towards Sega and Sonic games in general. The only one I ever played was Rush, and I enjoyed it. But for the most part, you know what? I put up with enough crap being associated with TLH. I don't want to be involved with another toxic DeviantArt fandom like freaking Sonic. I'll tell you that much. You know what? Let me see how Omega approached it. Okay. Sierra with the cannon. Oh my gosh, why is it buffering like this? Come on, I don't have that much open. Okay, what if I close this tab too? How about that? Sierra with the cannons. Oh my gosh, why is the quality so trash? Oh my gosh. Okay, to be fair, the best one isn't that great either, but it's still better. Okay. Take out the plane. Wait, did I even get that one? Pretty sure I did. Yeah, okay. Okay, we're just looking for the third one. We're just looking for the third one. I'm guessing there's a secret pathway with these cannons, but let's see. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Okay, 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 okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Nyum. 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 I don't know why I keep doing that. It just feels fun, guys. Let me have my fun. Nyum. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. Okay. Bang, 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 bang. Okay. I'm being a little too clumsy, but at the same time, I am playing a little too impulsively. I just want to get this gear and be done with this place, because I kind of hate this place. I'm not going to lie, guys. Look at that. Guy with icy in his name actually hates the area with a lot of ice in it. Who knew? Alright, I know what to do. Don't screw this up. Bang. Bang. Bang, bang. Why am I talking like Elvis Presley? Thank you very much. There you go. Alright, now we got it. I think. Yeah. Banana. So that's how you do it. There it is. Okay, finally. I still have to finish the level, though, which is annoying. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. I love the way he yells. It's such a baby yell. It's adorable. Honestly, Swamp, I know little to nothing about Little Einsteins. I just really dig the trap remix of the song. Did that actually damage him? Okay, it did. That did half of his health. Oh. Oh, he's actually using his shield. I did not see that coming. But he's dead now. Sure, give me the whip. Oh wow, it actually goes through walls. Okay, I did not know that. Although I feel like I should have. Or maybe I did, I just didn't remember. Alright guys, we got like 6 minutes left. Maybe we can cram in one more mission, but don't hold your breath. Should see what people did in NYC when people won. People burned schools, buses, harming people in the... Yep. Yeah, America definitely has its issues with getting its priorities straight and seeing what's... And to put it nicely, what's worth rioting over. I'll tell you that much. Wait, did I get everything in this world? Got everything with you. Nope, we're missing 2 here. Alright, let's get it. You know what, we might go a little past the 3-hour mark here, but... You know what, it's worth it. It's worth it. Actually, let me see the tutorial first before I jump the gun. I wish these things had timestamps. Also, I gotta blow my nose real quick, guys. Hold on. Okay. Wow, really, Pixel? Honestly? Maybe that worked to a benefit, but I'm honestly not. I can't prove that psychologically speaking, or scientifically rather. Okay, like I said, I need to see this tutorial first. Or not really a tutorial, more so a guide? I don't know, man. Okay, there's the Sphere Doomer. I'm guessing we're at stage 5 now. Hold on. We're only looking for the latter two, right? No, the second and the third. The fourth one is already covered. You go left. You grab the key. That's what I'm doing. You go right. Uh-huh. Bro, I will never grow tired of Kirby ice skating in his ice form. Okay, we need spear, apparently. Grab a cannon. Okay, he goes through a door. He hasn't even gotten the first energy sphere, so... I'm kind of wasting my time here. Yeah, okay. I see it. Wait, did he turn around? Yeah, he got the first one, and then he turned around for some reason. Maybe that's not where you're meant to go? I honestly don't know what to make of this. Okay, yeah, you're supposed to keep going forward. And apparently you need fire. Okay, just keep running, just keep running, just keep running, just keep running. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's what I missed last time. I don't know, but let's try it. Let me close this. And we're off. Come to think of it, guys. Are those ghosts of Waddle Dees? What am I looking at here? I mean, Arian, it's not like it's that dangerous. I mean, if a plumber with nothing but jumping skills can take on probably the biggest villain there is, then yeah, it would be a nice place to live in. Ow. Okay, we don't need the first one. Remember that. Bang, 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 bang. You know, I'm keeping the frowning one. I'm keeping the frowning one because that was very stupid of me. I am not in a good mood now. Honestly, Pixel, the fact that you skip the preschool phase when it comes to TV preferences, I mean, does make for a different upbringing, and that might be a good thing. I don't know, man. I'd be kind of down for that if I had known any better at the time, which nobody really would. Okay, just keep going forward where the cannon is. No, wait, I wanted the fire. No! And it's gone. Wait, does it respawn? Does he respawn? I guess not. You know what, maybe if I stand further away, or go through a door. Yep, there he is. You know what, it's not worth it. I would say get that star chip, but it's not worth it. Another ticket. Tickets, please. Tickets! Does anyone know where that's from by any chance? Alright, just keep running, just keep running, just keep running, just keep running! I was supposed to go down. Ugh. Okay, okay. Gotta do that from scratch. Because for some reason these areas don't have checkpoints. Alright, but at least I know what to do. So I don't just sit back watching a guide or anything. Kill the Joe, get the key, open the door. Coughing baby who is as strong as atomic bomb. That's the vibe I'm getting from Kirby. That's the thing though. Kirby is the baby. He doesn't cough, but he is a baby. Literally speaking. Oh, look at the Waddle Dees just chilling. I don't want to hurt them. You, on the other hand, you're kind of annoying. Pew, 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 pew. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Alright, you can toss this now. Or I could just pick it back up because I'm still running. You know, whatever works. Alright, let's try that again. Oops, my bad. I am just bullying this thing, aren't I? Golly. Wait a minute. Pixel. Your parents taught you that? How old were they exactly? You know what? I guess they might be at that age. I don't know. The idea of your parents teaching you how Pokemon works feels like almost impossible, but what do I know? Okay, we got it. Ooh, okay. That was only number 2, though. We still got the 3rd one. Bang. Alright, how does it go with the 3rd one? I need to see. Do you see what I see? Okay. Goes through a door, go to the right. I'm guessing just for another key. Yep. And a bunch of angry Scarfies. Every level, every stage just has a delightful little ditty, doesn't it? I'm sorry, ditty, not ditty. I'm telling you, man, ever since the, you know, the whole Diddy trial, yeah, I cannot associate that word with anything else, unfortunately. Not Diddy Kong, no nothing. Okay. Okay. Is that where the gear is? Okay, it is, but how am I supposed to go through it? Okay, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Okay, I want to believe I can figure out the rest, but let's see. How many total lives do you get in Kirby, or is it unlimited? No, actually. It's a limited number of lives you get. It's like Mario. Every 100 chips is 1 life. And as of now, I have 84, because I guess I just don't die that often. Excuse me. Yeah, Pixel, it's basically, if you've played Overwatch, it's basically a Makrita Cassidy situation where The character you're named after? Was he even named after it? Probably not. But yeah, there's just way too much of a stigma to where you might want to rename him altogether. Oh my god, ow! Not expect him to attack me there, but what do I know? Hold on, I'm about to sneeze, hold on. You know, let me turn on the AC. Let me turn off the AC real quick, chat, because I'm getting a little snotty. Ugh. I wish I didn't have to do that in the middle of the summer, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta! That was very stupid of me. That was very stupid of me. Although, to be fair, I did get a little distracted. Bro, can you get out of my face? Thank you. Steady. Oh, wait, I need fire to... please tell me there's fire around here, or the candle can do it. Oh, it can. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, it kind of burned out, though. Wait, am I supposed to freeze one and then push it? Okay, okay, okay. I see it. I see you, game. I see you. Gotta be a little patient with it, though. There you go. Finally. Yeah, I do, Arian. I just have to go out of my way to find the render online and download it again. Do I care about the Switch? I already got all the gears. But let's see. Okay, it's just for a couple star chips. Hardly worth it, but hey, more never hurts. Please tell me I keep the gear. Please tell me I keep the gear. Please tell me I keep... Okay, I do. Thank goodness. Okay, you know what? For the candle. Keep the freaking candle. Keep the star chips. Keep the candle. Keep everything. I am so sick of feeling so compromised. Even though it is getting uncomfortably dark in here. A little too uncomfortably dark, but we're done here. I mean, the thing that I do, Pixel, is that basically I clog the nostril that actually works, and then I blow my nose. Usually it works, but it does take a bit of time. Like, that can't possibly be good for your health, can it? Wait a minute, festival? Is this one of those AoE kill everything moves? Kill everything move? Yeah, it is. Okay, I remember now. That was stupid, but that was fun. Never took Kirby for too much of a dancer. But alright, we're done. Hi. Every time he says hi, man, I've been hearing it for years on end and it never gets old. But alright guys, we're at the 3 hours and 10-minute mark, so I gotta call it here. Thank you very much. So with that being said, guys, so chat, quick question. Are you down for a movie night tonight? 5 p.m. on the Discord as usual? Because I really want to watch Naughty or Nice, get it out of the way, and like I said, I don't want to risk the Google link expiring or being taken down or anything like that. So are y'all down for Sunday? Because if not, I can wait for next Saturday. But it's up to you guys. Other than that, though, guys, yeah, we got to call it here because we're at the 3-hour mark. It's getting kind of late. I have work tomorrow. Next video, about 2 weeks. Okay, Eric, I'm still editing it. I'm only like 1 minute in out of 15, and I can only edit on weekends. So about 2 weeks from now, maybe 3 weeks. I'm not making any promises. I'll tell you that much. Ugh. Clogged nostrils also cause canker sores, pain on a mouth. Oh gosh, Arian. I wish I didn't know that, but it is what it is. But all right, guys, let me know on Discord. With that being said, thank you guys so much for sticking around. As always, if your heart so desires, like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and join the Discord. Next Saturday. Okay, Eric, yeah, it's happening, but do you guys want it tonight or next Saturday? It's usually on Saturdays, but I'm trying to make an exception here for technical reasons. But anyways, guys, as always, once again, I'm Seabass signing out. Take care, guys. Bye. On second thought, guys, I'll probably just host a poll on Discord in that regard. But anyways, I gotta go. Bye.